What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, we out here, baby. Come on now. We are what? 2 days away from training camp officially starting? I mean, can you feel the excitement? Do you feel the energy? A little bit? Not so much? Is it sizzling around here?
Wait till preseason.
You know what I mean? I'm just excited because now we're going to get a lot more eyes and a lot more commentary on these players, man. No longer is it going to be just, oh, you can only go here. We're going to get a chance to see what the masses, the general public thinks about this year's version of this roster, man. So I'm definitely excited about that, bro.
Right. Training camp's always tough, or at least it was even too last year. It was helpful because you were down there giving us some of the inside scoops. Mm-hmm. But how much are we really going to go off of the clip here, the clip there? It gets me excited, especially if like Pickett makes a nice throw or something. I'll get amped up about it. But I think it's really going to come down to these preseason games.
Yeah. Nah, I'm excited for all of it, man. Like, the preseason games are going to be dope, but at the same time, I think that this year is a little bit different for me. Like, seeing these dudes, the practice element, and legit knowing there's going to be open competition, a lot of these positions, man, it's going to be a dope time.
What's going to be your intake?
What you mean?
In terms of information you trust.
Oh, well, that's different. I mean, if you're talking about my personal process or just as a whole, who should y'all trust, as in, like, who should I recommend? Is that what you're referring to? That's what I'm trying to figure out right there, man. I don't want to do all of that. No, you
don't have. No, don't say anyone in particular. But what are you just going to be going off of what people are saying in terms of that are there? They're writing their little articles, winners, losers of camp, day one, that type of stuff.
I mean, some of the stuff I read and I pay attention to, but I'm very selective with who it's from, because just because somebody is watching something and writing an opinion on it doesn't necessarily qualify them to have an opinion on certain things to justify, right? So we might watch a play and it's like, okay, they ran a 5-yard out and this guy could be blasting it. Oh, why is he throwing it short? This is crazy. Da 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 da. Man, I think that's an L for the day. But situationally, it could have been, hey man, this is a time where you just need to pick up that first down. We're not worried about the other stuff right now. Yeah, you could go deep, but just get the 5 yards and keep it moving. I put that as a check. So it's just perspective. But we could both look at the exact same play, and that's the part where it's like, I do got certain guys where I'm like, I know him. All right, and I'm going to call this one. I need to hear it directly. But that's kind of like how
you got some sourcing behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah. But it's one of them things where it didn't just happen. You know what I mean? Like, when I came here in 2014, like, a lot of these people I've had to not necessarily work with directly, but in terms of, like, being on the same team, same job, but it's like, man, when you're playing, you're working with these people daily. So certain ones you start to realize, okay, he knows what he's talking about. She knows what she's talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. And then you just kind of go through it. But at times when you're talking about, like, in this generation with the social media and stuff like that, anybody putting content out, not everybody is going to always be able to differentiate between, oh, they don't know, they do know. It's just seeing content. And that's why for me, it's like I'm very selective of who I listen to, because they could be selling you a lot of nonsense over here and they're how you thinking it's gold, and then you get out here in the regular season and you're like, wait a minute, you told me it was an island over here. This ain't no island. Not that we're mentioning anyone specific. But that's kind of the thought process with it, though, for me at least.
Because I'm just going off the assumption you're not going up to camp because you're teetering. You're
I guess I could give y'all some information. No, it ain't even there just yet because it's still fluid. I will be out there for a couple of days. We're just working on locking down the specific days. Just a part of, my agreement. And that's fine. I mean, you have to give and take, compromise, right? I didn't want to go out there at all. They want me out there every day. So we found a compromise. We're just finalizing some dates, and from there, man, we'll go. And I'll make sure I let y'all know whenever we do our next show, or let y'all know, hey, man, if y'all out there, I'm pulling up. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. But it's still fluid-ish. Yeah. Okay. Almost finalized, but still fluid. I was about to send an email, and then I started listening to some Jodeci. You know that Jodeci. You're everything. You know what I mean? You know what the song was. So it kind of threw my work off. Yeah, I was supposed to be productive, but then I was like, now I'm going to jam out to the song.
So we're going to get some good behind the scenes from you.
Hey man, we will see. We will see.
At least your eyes are going to be out there.
Yes, and they will be out there at least for I'll be out there for multiple days.
Yeah, combine that with some of your sourcing and what you see online. I think we're going to have some good training camp. Just I don't want to say content,
we know
but
it's going to be plenty of content out there.
Thoughts of what's really going on.
Yeah, and all we need is one of those occasional, this was the deep bomb or this guy got beat, and the video will clip up and everybody will go crazy. And we'll come up here and talk about it and not give you some nuts. Like, you know what? This is that because of this, or that is that because of that. That's what we do. You know this. So, yeah, man. We're going to be right.
Yeah. Good stuff then. 2 days away.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. It is crazy though, man. We have survived a very unique offseason, to say the least. I think that our offseason this year was like, we've had crazy highs and we've had some extreme lows during this time, man. As Steeler fans and stuff like that. But we finally are here, man. So salute all of us. So yeah, with that being said, man, let's start the show how we always do. Let us know where you are tuning in from, and we'll give you that big boy shout out to start the show off.
Zach Miller, 941, Sabotage, Florida. Oh, the jersey reminds me of where I come from. That's great. Is that actually a city in Florida?
Because look, when he said the Sabotage, I was like, I don't think I've ever heard of Sabotage, Florida before. But this see the jersey, all right.
I get where he's coming from.
I mean, that is, I ain't even peep you did walking with this. This how you know my mind I was somewhere else. Usually when I open the door, I comment like, yo, man, check out the jersey and peep this. Yeah, my mind was totally different, man. I was singing love songs over here, man. Yeah, don't mind me.
Rayshawn Jones, live from the 732, Neptune, New Jersey. Yes,
Let's get it. Let's get it.
On my way to pick up the kiddos from school. Yes, indeed. Okay. Yes, indeed.
I like it. Yes, sir.
All right, we also got Jar Devil. The 310, San Pedro, California.
Oh, he got the rocket ships, 3 of them things. So, he all the way turned up. Salute you. Let me hop in this real quick. Can I get on Bacon Cowboy 727, Clearwater, Florida? Shout out to you and AJ Martinez, the 505, Santa Fe, New Mexico, home of Zach Gentry. Well, actually, Zach Gentry's Albuquerque, but either way, it's New Mexico. So, salute all my New Mexico people out there, man. And then I'll hit this one and then I'll pass it back to you, man. But shout out to DJ, Trey, Money, the 606. Is that Kentucky?
Yeah.
Okay, how about South Kentucky right there now? Finally catching a live vacation week, baby. Hashtag UPS, man. Salute you. What can Brown do for you? Y'all haven't messed up my packages lately, so I like y'all a lot right now, man. And hope you're enjoying your vacation week as well, baby. Yes, sir.
All right. I'll list off these 3 right here. John Barrientes, 907, Homer, Alaska. Up north.
Alaska. I guess that is up north, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's the real Northwest.
Let's say, yeah. This is out that way. What's the time difference out there?
Oh, man. I'm guessing that's just West Coast time zone. So,
I'm thinking it is, but I don't know 100%.
What, 1 o'clock, something like that?
Okay.
Leah Warren, the 254, Killeen, Texas.
Oh, we got to shout out Leah. You know that.
Saying it's 101 degrees right now out there.
Sheesh. Stay hydrated. Stay indoors and in air conditioned if you can, please.
Stan Claire, everything tastes better with bacon. And also tuning in from the 905 Toronto.
I do actually agree with that. I'm a bacon guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with it.
No.
Yeah, what tastes... you could throw it on a burger.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, even if you're eating pancakes with it, it's not going to really, taste bad. I don't know if it tastes better, though. Eating them together, mushing them together.
What?
That's what I mean. That's not good.
Who eats like that?
But that's what I'm saying. He said everything tastes better with bacon. I don't know if you put
if I'm eating
bacon
my
on
pancakes with the bacon and eggs. What? That's like saying everything tastes better with chicken. I ain't gonna put my chicken and mix it in my spaghetti noodle. No, but you could have chicken sausage maybe if that's what you want to go with, man.
You never know.
Come on, Deke, man. I don't know, man. What people you working with, man?
You never know. Man, some people are bacon fanatics like that, though.
You're right, but why would they do that? That doesn't even sound right. Why would they do such a thing? They probably do that.
That's what I was questioning it, though. I don't think everything tastes better with bacon in that way. But I think you're right. As a side.
If it's a side, yes.
Yeah, there's nothing
wrong
with it.
I'm thinking of it as a side. Like, I got my pancakes and my bacon. Not my bacon and my...
You never know, though, dude.
You right, bro. Isn't there a restaurant out here? It's called, Bacon, I think it is. Yeah. I wonder, do they got bacon in their pancakes?
Not in them. Maybe they throw them on top, though. And, you're supposed to eat it together.
You can, garnish it, crumble them up, and I eat it like that.
Pancake bacon sandwich. You have the 2 pancakes, and you have the bacon almost like as the meat on the inside of a hamburger.
That's a McGriddle. That's the McGriddle at McDonald's. They got the 2 pancakes with the syrup on as the bun. You got your egg, you got your bacon, or you could do the sausage and you got cheese in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't put the bacon in. That's interesting. Definitely put bacon on my pizza too. Facts. I hear you, Trevor.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Absolutely.
That's pretty good. Chef Buck, 412 Moon Township, and this will be my last one. Trevin Cancello, 702 The Sin City, a.k.a. Las Vegas.
Okay,
Y'all know the deal.
Let's get it. Now, Stan Clare, just coming back to this bacon comment, he says bacon bits.
So he was
mixed
being
in the
dead serious.
pancake
He
batter.
said everything in all caps as well.
Yeah,
He's
said
being
you got to
serious.
mix it in the pancake batter.
Come on, dude.
And I'm going to hear the people that say, well, hey, it's all going down the same, isn't it? If you're eating the pancakes with the bacon, it's different. Okay? It's different. It's just this. It's just this. That's how I feel about it, man.
That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah, they got to be separate. Like, it's not mixing in just, nah.
The one I'm still intrigued about is
Mm-hmm.
peanut butter on a hot dog. People have said that's good. Still have never tried it. Heard about it like 10 years ago. Never got around to it.
If I see somebody eating a hot dog that has peanut butter on it, I'm probably going to call the FBI and say, hey, whatever serial killer you're looking for, this is probably that guy. Because don't nobody eat peanut butter on hot dogs except serial killers and psychopaths. And either way, y'all might need to come get this guy because something's wrong. That's how I look at it, man. You can't peanut butter on a hot dog. I don't even get like,
It's a thing.
why?
You could Google it. It's definitely a thing.
But like, why? And I'm sure it really is a thing. But I just don't understand why.
Who started it is the
Who
question.
was the one that said, no, not PB and J, not PB and crackers, not peanut butter crackers. No. We're going to do peanut butter hot dogs. I just can't make this up, bro. It's like, it's crazy.
Maybe a prank or something.
Yeah.
You won't do it. You won't
that's
put the
nuts,
peanut
bro.
butter on your hot dog. They do it, and they're like, you know what? I kind of like it.
Sorry, I'm going to do this rough now. It's my thing.
And then word of mouth spreads, and all of a sudden, there's people doing peanut butter on a hot dog, and it's a thing.
Would you try peanut butter hot dog?
I want to. Like I said, I heard about it 10 years ago. I never really got around to it.
Maybe we should dedicate a show where we just try random food things. You try your peanut butter hot dog. I know you heard of the one chip challenge thing. I know that's been out for a while. how you eat one of them hot chips, man? See how that makes you feel while you're on the show as well. We just go down the list. You eat one, I eat one. You eat one. You eat the peanut butter hot dog. I try peanut butter hot dog. You try hot dog. We just and then you know what? We'll probably have a 20-minute show because it's probably all it's gonna take for all that to throw all that.
Yeah,
off.
you got to get like a gallon of milk.
Yeah, man. Yep.
The thing about the peanut butter hot dog, though, is I don't think it's going to permanently affect my mouth. It's not going to... Am I right? It's not going to burn my mouth. My taste buds aren't going to be all jacked up. Hot chip, I mean, you never know.
You don't want to mess your mouth up permanently?
Come on, dude.
That's what you said. You said that. I'm just asking. I'm with you. I don't want it to mess your mouth up permanently either. Okay, Deke?
Well, you know what, though? I can't taste for shit anyway right now, so...
So is your mouth already permanently? Is that what you're telling me? Or is it a chance?
COVID, man. COVID.
I can't with you right now, man. All good.
So maybe the peanut butter hot dog. I don't know, man. But the hot chip, maybe it would like recalibrate things. The hot chip. It'd be like so egregious.
Just flip the on off switch one time, man. That'd do it. Yeah. I'm nervous. I want to try because I get bored sometimes. I'm like, there's a spice.
You want to do the one hot the chip challenge?
I do, and partly because
I'm scared of that one.
Well, and this is the thing. So I've seen it done before in person, and I saw the effect that it had, and I was like, yo, I'm petrified of it. But then recently, my brother-in-law, him and his family, his little daughter, sent me one. It's like, oh, Uncle Arthur, like this for you, and I'm like, oh.
You have one then?
I have one.
Man.
So now
have
it's
they
like,
done it before?
They have. And like I said, I've seen it done in person.
So they were all right.
I've seen it in person, and I know what it does. I know the clock. I'm like, yeah, I've seen the whole process. Yeah, but actually, shout out to Joy Porter. Shout out to Peasy.
He did it.
Shout out to Peasy. We could call it that.
They eat the whole chip, or are they just eating a piece of the chip?
It's the whole chip.
Okay.
Yeah, whole chip. Yeah, but certain people like to have a lot of machismo and bravado about it. Oh, I can eat more than one. Okay. How much you want to put on this, big dog? Just make it light on yourself, baby. So that was a spectacle, and we were all just on cloud nine for that. We appreciate you, Joey. From the heart, man. From the heart. But yeah. So with one, I'm like, you know what? I could pull off one. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I keep thinking. But then I'm like, on air, that's going to have to be last segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's going to get gory. That can get real gory, man.
How did Porter do it? Did he just take two at the same time and throw them in?
No. That was
one ate it.
Yeah, you mandatory.
Then ate another one.
Because anybody could just throw them all in there at once and you just kind of fight through it. But
Oh,
nah,
God.
You got a hard reset. Eat it, reset, eat another one. Mm-hmm. And within about 2 minutes, drench the woo. I'm looking at his eyes. We like, yo, P. Like, dudes was nervous. And then we going out the walkthrough. And he's like, he got that look in his eye. We like, oh, mama. Yeah. It was a sight to be seen. That whole process, man. That whole process. And then at the end, it was even better. When the chip had completed its course. Because it's going to complete its course. That
war story.
It completed its course. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Tears. We were all in tears. Him included, but we were in tears for other reasons than his tears. Yes. Okay. Yeah. But that's one of them things I'm like, I want to do it just because I'm feeling janky every once in a while.
Whenever we get border on, we got to ask
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, P, talk to me, P. Tell the story about it, P. Crying, bro.
You got that story and then also that grill story at your house.
Oh, no question. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. But no, that's one of them things. But no, man, the hot dog with peanut butter. Gosh, that is unique right there, man. When is English a hot dog with peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah, you might as well.
That's what I'm saying, right? Where do you stop? Where do you draw that line?
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah. But anywho, man, look, we got some supers in here, man. So let's go ahead and break these things off and let's get this thing rolling, man.
Okay.
Man, this is fun, man. I'm having a good time right now. I just wanted to let you know that, man. Shout out to you for being here today. Appreciate you.
Good vibes all around.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you.
Camonier says, what up? Shout out to Trey Edmonds. Some prayer hands. And also says Momentum Mondays.
Now, Kyle, I saw you in here early bird too with that comment, and this is how oblivious I was to what was going on. When you first put that in there about 5 minutes before the show started, 5-10 minutes before the show started, I was over here like, dang, I don't want to Google him because if something bad didn't happen to this man, I don't need to be sad. I don't feel like being sad.
Yeah.
And so when you came in, that's why I looked at you. I was like, yo, what's up with Trey? Everything good with him? And then when you told me, I said, oh, yeah, he got his walking papers. Yeah. It happens. It happens, man. Yeah.
Didn't think it was ever going to happen.
You're right, because we don't part ways with brothers, and especially Trey. Trey's been he's been the longest tenure brother here, if I remember correctly, right?
It's got to be close to 4 years.
He outlasted Carlos Williams. Shout out to Vince. He outlasted Derek Watt. Derek's been here, this is 3 now, right?
I think it's 2. This will be 3.
This is year 3 coming up, right? Yeah, so, Edmonds been here for what? Since his brother's been here.
I think so. Was he practice squad or something? 2018.
Yeah, he was always practice squad. He's only been on
because 2019 he played.
Time, yeah,
he definitely played in a game or two with Mason.
What year was Benny Snell's first year? Was 18, right?
Yeah, 19.
Oh, okay, hold on. Because I know he was here in 19. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely 19.
He's been here for a minute though, man.
Exactly. At least 3 years, maybe 4.
Yeah. So he's been holding it down, man. But it looks like we're having the dawn of a new era. Too many brothers in the backfield. And that's the other thing, too. You can't have all brothers in the backfield. Derek Watt, Connor Hayward. Can't have Trey Edmonds there as well.
The question is, does that open up a spot for someone?
For you? You coming out?
No. No, I'm good.
All right.
But weren't we at 90?
Yeah, because we said that
signing Costin, Archibong retiring.
That was how we got back to 90. So
now
that should open up a spot. 89.
What's the big move that's about to happen? Is there something in the works? We don't need anything right now.
I mean, you can never have enough talent, though.
I could see offensive line depth.
Or if you wanted to bring in competition for Dan Moore, that's another alternative.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in the reality of it, he was a 4th-round pick, so it's not like you had like a crazy amount of draft capital put into him, and you didn't pay him. Obviously, you can't for the first 3 years, but you paid Chooks, so there's no real purpose in bringing Chooks competition because Chooks is going to be your guy. Right guard, James Daniel, that's your guy. Mason Cole, he's their guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy, and then we know at left guard, Dotson's the guy. We know Kendrick Green is going to compete with him, but barring anything catastrophic or Dotson not playing up to his potential, it should be Dotson's spot. So the only other alternative is Dan Moore. I mean, he's competing with nobody that is going to have enough, capital in them where there's finances or even draft spot to mean enough to like potentially move him out that spot. So that could be something that they look into.
Would the Steelers operate in a way where
because it's Joe Haig, Jake Dixon, that's the cat from was it Duquesne, if I remember correctly.
Undrafted, yeah.
Chaz Green, that's not happening. Yeah. So really you don't have any competition for him. John LeGlue, but LeGlue, he's still your flex guy. You could play him inside or outside.
Yeah. Good thing we have LeGlue back.
I like Legoo, man. He played well at times, man.
Do you think the Steelers would operate in a way, though, where they're just preemptively releasing Edmonds, don't really have a plan to sign anyone soon, but it just makes it easier when training camp comes around?
Yeah, well, because for a couple of things. Number one, you're always going to need camp bodies, and injuries always happen. As soon as they put the pads on this weekend, guys will be dropping. That's just the reality of it. So that does give you a little bit of leeway with that. But also, and you hear them when we talk about, like, the cap. Like the salary cap, even during free agency, why they say, hey, man, or after the draft, they're like, hey, man, they still save some money just in case there's a surprise cut or somebody becomes available like Joe Hayden did that they could go out there and get potentially during this time frame. So that could also be playing into it as well, man.
Yeah, because, I mean, no one, I think, had the highest of expectations for Edmonds anyway. He's probably just going to be the third string back at best, fourth. I mean, he'd still have to beat out McFarland then, though. I don't think that was necessarily happening.
And the young boys,
right?
You talk about Durant and Warren, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was just time.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
Low key though,
it's unfortunate. He was like that Udonis Haslem on our team.
This is my only issue though, depending on when he got the call, because I've heard of this happening before. We're 2 days away from camp. Guys have been commuting into the city on their drive into town. And they get that call on that Monday after eating.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's my whole thing. I'm like, I just hope that he hadn't already began his journey back, because I've seen some dudes like hot, and rightfully so. I mean, when you think about it, Deke, man, you start driving on this journey to go to camp, you prepare, you say your goodbyes and all that. They hit you midway or right when you pull up. Hey, yo, we appreciate you making it here safely, man. Travels and all that stuff, man. We drove 10 hours? I heard a dude drove 14 hours, got cut. No exaggeration. So it's like, it's like, dang, I'm sorry, man. I hope everything worked out, though, man. I hope it did. Logistically for him.
Yeah. Fish Momentum says, what's good, guys? Happy Momentum Mondays.
Oh.
He's already claiming it.
He got his own name for the joint. Let's go. But salute you, baby. We in the building, living life.
Fish Momentum shouting out his partner in crime and Kyle Monier. And it says, salute to everyone else in here, too.
No, absolutely, man. Big time salute.
Fish Momentum says, salute to Stan Claire. AJ Martinez also says, Ambition and Radio Tokyo live this Friday. Pull up.
Said July 29th. That is this Friday,
the week of. We're finally here.
It's here.
Fish Momentum says, Big Ben going off on the NFL and the Steelers.
How'd you feel about all that, man?
We talked a little bit about it last week.
We focused on that area. Yeah, he did have a lot. Yeah, I didn't realize he was talking about, he had a lot he was talking about, man.
He did talk a little bit about the state of the NFL, saying these young guys get coddled.
I was like, whoa.
I never got coddled by my college coach or Bill Cowher. Is he spitting facts? I mean,
I don't know. Or is he, man?
It's a different era. I mean, you got to think his time frame, like him, Brady, even like Rodgers, from when they came in when they came in the league of like, I don't even know what the big contracts were at the time too.
Well,
probably like $10 million whenever they were signing their second contract.
Because I'm thinking to myself of even how much has changed since I came in 10, and they were already in for 10, pretty much 10 before me, because Ben's 03.
Yeah.
So it's like,
man,
4, excuse me. So it's like, man, that's still 6+ years prior to me even getting there. And then you think to this generation, he's played through all of that. That's a long time, bro. But yeah, he's probably seen, like, you think about back then, man, when he talks about how today's generation is a little bit more self-centered, a little bit more on me. Yeah. Because now you hear words like brand, because I don't think it's a negative. I think that our generation just got smart. And I say mine because it's like, I'm kind of like that transition of like 10, but then understood how they was transitioning with the social media and stuff like that. But I don't fault the brand part of it, because all you're doing is monetizing everything about you. The team does that. The NFL is going to do that. We just smartened up and was like, man, we can make our own money. We don't have to be dependent on those dudes. And that's the part where it's like, man, I don't think it's a negative. I just think you got to understand when and where. And I think that's the part with Juju where the issue was, when it was like, yo, it's cool to build your brand as big as you want it, but you got to keep the work stuff work. You know what I mean? This is the main thing. This is the side thing. Those, when it starts to overlap and now you're doing it during a game or pregame and stuff like that.
Affect the rest of the
team.
Right.
That's when it becomes an issue. But yeah, I never had but he is a little bit older. Not a little bit older. He's a lot older than me. So
he doesn't have any social media.
You're right.
Just BigBen7.com.
Yeah. So generationally, that's very different. The context of it is very different. So I'm like, I definitely can understand where he's coming from, because part of me is like, I feel that way at times too. It's just I do see the benefits of social media. I do see the benefits of building your brand.
Striking when the iron's hot too.
And when you leave, it's like, yo, you don't have to be a dude where it's like, if you're not at an NFL function, you're irrelevant. It's like, nah, when you build your own brand, it's like, man, you don't need them. You do your own thing. So, yeah.
What's interesting about this comment, and as it pertains maybe to Juju, is it felt like Juju was one of Ben's favorite teammates.
I know, but it definitely said it was directed to him. Yeah, yeah, for a fact.
Or was
with
it
a sprinkle of Claypool, with it.
Who else could we throw in there?
No comment.
I got a name or two.
Stop it.
Yeah, was there anything else, I guess, on the interview that stuck out to you?
Because now I'm trying to think back on it, because I wasn't even...
He said he's content in retirement.
Yeah. Said he was content. Saw the thing about, like I said, the new generation, that was the one that stuck out to me the most. Then, yeah, just his comments about, him wanting to be back, but the GM essentially not wanting him. Yeah, I get that part.
That was more towards last year,
Right,
right?
that was last year, not this year, yeah.
But he did drop that comment. I think I still got it.
I want him to go out there and prove it, man. I don't, but I do. I just don't like speculation. I just like to get to the meat and potatoes. But speculation is the name of the game, so I get it, but it's always just get to it.
Yeah, I don't think there was too much else in the article, at least from what I remember off the top of my head right now.
Yeah, but do you feel like this generation is coddled?
I'm with you. Yeah, I definitely do. But at the same time, be smart about it. You're right. Like if you're in college and you're a star, like Bryce Young or something,
bro, you got a chance to legitimately build
car company. Whoever it is offering you a couple $1 million. Yeah, you take it.
And for me, I always think
do what's best for you.
Right, and I always think of what happened to Ryan. Ryan was on the cusp of signing a crazy deal, right? And we saw everything happen and how that changed every aspect of not just his season, his playing career, but his life. So with that being the case, it's like, man, you don't have time to waste. You can't say, well, I'm going to get it next year. I got 10 years of doing this guaranteed, because there is no guarantee when it comes to football, because it's how violent it is and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, be smart. Make as much as you can, man. Build that brand as big as you can, because once it's gone, this ain't, it's not like basketball. We could go play pickup basketball at 60. Nah, you ain't playing pickup football out that thing. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, man, we go over here and play. Oh, we would do this version of it. Like, nah, that's not how it works with football, man. Like, you got to hit it when you can, man.
Yeah, so it's both. I think the leagues even, sports leagues, it's just softer than what it was. But at the same time, and a lot of me first type of stuff. But at the same time, I mean, when the money's involved, your livelihood's involved, sometimes you got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of both. And context matters in all different scenarios, because you got sometimes someone's holding out, everyone, he's selfish and stuff, but there might be a good reason he is.
That's the business part right there.
But then there's sometimes maybe it's like, bro, you're making the wrong decision on this. You should show up. So, yeah, you just got to look at every scenario, have the context, a little bit of nuance, but I think both are true right now. Let's see. We still got some official momentum, right?
I think so.
He says, who stays and who goes, Moats and Deke.
Oh, he talking cuts.
Oh, I didn't even look into this. I haven't looked into this in a while.
That's always one of my rules. I don't really like to do that. I don't do the cut thing. But that's me personally. Deke, you have at it. You can get off your chest. I don't do the whole, he should get in that. Just because for me personally, it's like, these people livelihoods we talking about. If I go through here and I say in the chat, hey, man, I think AJ he going to get fired tomorrow. I think Nick White, man, he got like a month left on that job. Like, that ain't cool for me. So that's why I don't like to do it. But that is... Deke, you get it off, man. I'm cool. I ain't tripping.
You want to do it Wednesday?
Yeah, man. You get out there, man.
That's the first day of training camp, right?
You get out there, man. You get after that thing.
53-man roster projections.
Yeah, there you go.
Moats and Deke style.
There you go. Deke style. I'm going to just, You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to look at the roster.
Nah.
I'd have to look at it a little bit more in depth, because I feel really good about our starting 22, or starting, if you want to say like starting 24, 25.
Because if you include we have like a whole starting 22, right? Was that Colbert that said that?
I feel that way.
At some point, this offseason they did say it was like we feel like we got 22 starters already here.
Throw an extra position or two in there, like second tight end or slot corner. I think we got like a solid 24, 25 guys that are going to be on the field and I can trust.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah, especially with some of these new receivers we drafted. Pickens, Calvin Austin. And I mean, if Anthony Miller Miles Boykins, your like 5th receiver. It's not a
We
bad
should be
problem to
all right.
have.
Yeah.
All right, we got Fish Momentum saying, Moats, you check your email inbox. It might be going right to spam, huh?
You know what? It might have been. Let me check it. I'll check it. That might have been the case. That could definitely be the case, though. Honestly.
Because
Yeah.
he's rattling
I
off
know, 'cause I was
emails.
gonna say,
I know you're
checking the
attentive.
email, yeah.
I know you're attentive, so you
But
would
see,
seen it.
every time I look at the emails, it'd be a ton of, all right, this was retweeted, that you're following that, this person's following. I'm just like, all right, holy cow, turn this off. Yes. But I will make sure I look for it again, though, just in case. I'll check the spam.
Official Momentum. Prayers to everyone in here and you, Deacon Moats. Thank you.
Salute, man. Absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
we
I
can all use
appreciate
the
you,
prayers. All right,
Definitely
AJ
appreciate
Martinez says Sabotage 7 in the house. Of course. Official Momentum says BDN exclusive. Can I be a reporter for BDN?
Uh-oh, he trying to get a job from you, man. Are you hiring?
I'm not hiring right now.
Oh,
Still building.
Man.
Still building.
Come on, man. You got to expand, bro. Don't nobody just, you can't be baby step, man. Expansion before you ready. That's how it's supposed to be. Everybody know that's business 101. Just keep expanding regardless of if it's on time or not.
He also says, give a shout out to my bro, Chris Myers. Ambition.
Oh, yeah. I was like, hold on. Why do I know that name? Yeah.
AJ Martinez says, happy 76th birthday to my pops, Ernie Martinez. July 24th, belated.
Oh, salute you, Papa Ernie, man. Yeah, definitely happy birthday. 76. Sheesh. It's a dope year. I like that, man. Keep going, man. Keep it going.
Fish Momentum. Moats and Deke, we got to go golfing.
Uh-oh.
And then, how about this one? I read this one before I came over. This one was pretty good. Najee says, no visor this year. He wants to see you. Did you see this comment?
I did not see this comment. This is accurate, though. He doesn't want him.
Oh, he dropped some expletives, too. No, this is pretty good. This is like,
okay.
Oh, yeah, Najee's on one. He is not backing down this year.
Okay.
Let me find it.
It's the visor, though. That's the selling point. All right.
No, yeah. How he phrases.
It was dope like that.
I don't know.
I gotta see it, man.
I don't know why my Internet Explorer won't pop up right here.
I was say,
it's actually Safari. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know,
man,
we're
come
good.
on. Well, you got them extra videos, all them pop-ups coming up. What is that? I don't even want to know what I'm looking at right now. Yeah.
Ready for this?
Are they regulation height, Deke? Because that don't look. Oh, thank you for switching that. Thank you.
Najee Harris says he isn't wearing a visor this season. I want to see a MFer's eyes.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, dude.
Okay.
So
like the energy.
Combine that with
people look, keep been trying them too, man.
Even look. You saw this back in like
yeah.
OTAs and stuff. He had the beast mode visor. Taking that off. Yeah, he doesn't want anything between him and the defender.
All right, I like it, man. I'm with it. I'm not with it, but I'm with it.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm a visor guy. You know that. Yeah.
Well, you combine that with all the reports from this offseason, bulked up. Mm-hmm. Him talking about wanting 500 carries.
I did see that as well. I was like,
big year for Najee, man. That's good news.
I like the option.
If you're the team,
I like the mindset.
If you're fans, this is great news.
I like the mindset, but Najee, don't you do that 500? Najee, don't you do it? Don't you do that 500 now, Najee? They'll be drafting another one of you in a year from now. Don't you do it? All right. But it's all good. You only live once, man. YOLO.
He said, "This is what I trained for."
That's what he said.
He says he's been training for that.
That's what he said, man. He said, I saw the 500. I definitely saw the 500 quote. And I remember saying, "Oof." All right. I seen 400 twice. I know what that did. That's all.
With Bell.
Mm-hmm. I seen 400 twice.
Najee, though, he said he works for it.
Huh? You know, I ain't gonna never say he work hard in L Bell. That's just how I stand on mine. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But maybe with a little bit of the bulking and stuff, though, maybe he'll be able to take the hits a little bit better.
Yeah, we're gonna see. No, facts, man, facts. I guess he's still gonna be dominant without it. I just don't want the 500. Like, I just don't. Like, it sounds good in theory
and
until you actually like getting. It's like, bruh, no, that's not good.
There's no way the Steelers and Tomlin would give him 500. There's no way. You can't do that. Has it been done before? Is the question.
No one thought you could do 500. I mean 400, and we did that back to back. You know what he says? I like my bell cow. Hey, L Bell, ring the bell. You the bell cow, right? Yeah, coach, I got this. Okay.
Dude, that's 400, 400 rushing touches and then like 100 receptions. I just don't even think it's possible.
Or maybe he's 350 and what?
It can't be 350, 150.
Nah, he ain't getting that many receptions now.
I just don't think it's possible. I think 400's probably what's more likely what's going to happen. Not 500.
Coach T will find a way. That's all I'm saying. Coach T would try his hardest. If he felt like Najee could run that ball 50 times a game, he would hand it to that man 50 times a game. We both know this. We've already seen these type of things.
Well, if it's not getting stopped, I guess I wouldn't blame it.
Even last year when it was getting stopped, he still ain't stopped giving that man that ball. We already talked about how he was running into brick walls and getting hit all the time. And it was like, oh, no. Just keep getting it to him. Just keep getting it to him. So even if it isn't breaking long runs and it is, 3.8 yards per carry, he's still going to turn around and get that man that ball. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think, yes, 500 is crazy. But don't be surprised if it's still 400, 420, 430. Like, he going to find a way, man. Especially if he feels like, yo, all right, he's cooking. Yeah, just keep getting it to him. Keep getting it. He ain't slowing down yet. But it's like, yo, we know the effects of that, bro.
That's the type of team stuff you like. Yeah. How we were just talking about the me first versus the team first type of stuff.
See, that's that manipulation right there, man.
That's team first stuff. That did. He was like, I want to do it if the team's winning. This is all about. This is all about us getting dubs.
Trust me, I'm with you. All I'm saying is, as a player, that's mental manipulation. That's what I would say to Najee if I was his teammate. Like, bro, don't fall for that nonsense. But at the same time, I understand this is what he's supposed to do. Go for it. I'm the OG just speaking on it, man. Y'all have at it. It ain't, man. My body, I'm good.
Fish Momentum says, best wishes to Trey Edmonds.
Nah, facts, man. Facts. Hope he land on his feet somewhere, man.
And then he also says, y'all want the Art Rooney Sr. story.
He says stories, too.
Stories.
As in, it's multiple.
Something to think about.
It definitely is. Definitely taking
into
consideration.
Steelers Nation on fire. Y'all see Percy Harvin video of him kicking. I'm guessing he means Presley.
Gotta be Presley. I was like, man, from the crib, man, Percy ain't kicking. Nah, Press ready to go, though, bro. Yeah.
Big year.
Mm-hmm. And he's mentally in a good place, man. That's what I was most happy about, man. He's ready to go, though.
Fish Momentum. Deontay putting in work. I don't doubt it.
No, it's a big year for him, man. I want to see how the Steelers treat him, though, this year. Do they operate like business as usual, feed him, forcing all that stuff, knowing it's a contract year for him? Or do we see the janky, hey, Claypool, we featuring you. Hey, Pickens, you're featured now. Hey, Deontay, we going with these big boy. What TJ say? Go big boy packages, man. Hey, we want big body guys out here. Deontay, just take a couple steps off. We good, That's what I want to see how this whole thing plays out, man.
We're gonna send Calvin Austin on some streaks.
Mm-hmm.
The King Herc says chicken, bacon, ranch flavored anything is goated.
Are you a ranch guy?
Yeah.
I'm not a ranch guy like that, man.
Yeah, I like a lot of buffalo stuff, like buffalo wings.
Okay.
So
yeah,
usually
like
you're dipping
too.
that in ranch.
I don't want ranch or blue cheese. I'm glad you're a ranch guy.
Hate
not
blue
cheese
cheese
guy. Yeah, because I do.
Terrible.
That is like a divide. I have heard that. Why do they offer it so much? You want blue cheese?
Terrible. I don't know if I've met anyone that wanted blue cheese.
I know Wolf. Craig Wolf. He'll blue cheese you. He'll ranch you. I don't think
Disgusting.
I don't think I've ever seen him turn down any of it. Actually, that's my dude, man. I love Wolf. Wolf be like, yo, just, come on, we'll work with it.
Black and Martyr giving us some support. Thank
Salute you, baby.
Fish Momentum says Cam Hayward says Steelers will win 12 games.
That's on par.
Great minds think alike.
That's on par. Yeah.
I like where Cam Hayward's mind's at right there.
Yeah, that's on par.
That means 12-5.
Let's go.
Jacob Alessio. Shout out to everyone on time that didn't get shouted out.
That too. Absolutely. There it is.
Farron Bradford. Yo, finally glad I was able to catch the show. My notification said 8 p.m. Is there something wrong on my end?
Yeah. See what time zone your account is set up in. That could be it, man. Or if you're using one of the VPN clients, it could be bouncing around. That's another thing. Yeah, 8 p.m. Yeah. Your time zone's off. But either way, we glad you're here, baby. Yes, we are.
Almost 200 watching, only 40-some like. This is from Booyah. Hit the like button. What up, Moats and Deke? Stay blessed, everyone.
What it do? Nah, booyah. He's right, though, man. Got to get them likes up, baby. I know the likes are percolating, but we got to get them more. Like. All that good stuff.
Sean McCartney. Saul Edmonds got released. I was excited till I saw it was Trey. Oh, come on. Come on. We got that guy in here. Wow. Come on, man.
And then we'll be over here talking about, well, what are we going to do with safety? We need some help. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, dude. Edmonds, another reason why he's underrated.
Jeez.
Is he number 2 in terms of most hated Steelers right now after Mason? Most hated Steelers on the roster.
I think Devin is in that top 3, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely in there. I was about to say, Devin's definitely in that conversation, bro. Because with Mason, at least people...
I feel like Edmonds has the steady hate, though. Bush, I think it's a little more polarizing.
It is. I just think, though, right now, it's at the height of the polarizing because we haven't seen the new version of this yet. So it's like, you're getting that divide of should we be optimistic
I feel like
or should
people
we
are
not?
amped though because we got Miles Jack, Brian
I'm
Flores
with
about
you,
Devin
man.
Bush.
I just think it's still a divide, man. Even when I like from what I hear, what I see, and who I talk to, it's like that's still yeah.
Is that like a T2 then maybe? I mean, it's probably 2-3.
I'm because he's heavily in that thing. I feel like I see people that either swear that he's gonna bounce back, or people that are like, "Yo, you should have cut him this offseason, bro. It's over." Yeah.
Is there anyone replacing Edmonds in that top 3? Let's just say Edmonds is top 3.
Because at least with Mason, it's more so, hey, we don't want to see him on the field, but we don't feel like it's a guarantee he's gonna be on the roster. Whereas with Devin, it's like, yo, you're gonna be starting. And that's why I think like it's so polarizing because it's like, yo, if he Kendrick
Green's got to be in the top 3.
But once again, he's pulled back. He's on the bench right now. He's competing with Dotson. So we're like, oh.
Yeah, people are upset that Edmonds is playing, like that he's back.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Which is not a smart
I'll get it, man.
sentiment, I think.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the top 5 of that. Definitely got to be in the top 5. And I don't understand it. He's been available all the time. Gotten better every year. Talented. Good running mate with Minka.
Richard Stone said Mike T. He said he gets a bunch of hate.
Yeah.
He does, yeah, but that's the cost of being the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how that goes. Oh, my bad.
Let's go, UW. Moats, are we sure Najee isn't an estranged son of James Harrison with him saying on McFadden's podcast that he's not wearing a visor so he can look the opposing defense in the eyes, choosing violence?
And I like his energy, though, man. And trust me, if there's anybody that is ready to go, it is Najee. For a fact, man. And I'm just glad that everybody's going to get a chance to see the things that I was witnessing, man. But now with pads on, it makes it even better.
AJ Martinez, my mother's name is Mitchell, almost the same to Mitchell. And if number 10 is anything like mom, he's going to shock the NFL. So his mother's name is Mitchell.
Okay. She's a rock star. That's what it sounds like.
Just one L.
Yeah, because she don't lose. That's why.
Mitchell, obviously, Mitch Trubisky on the Steelers has 2 L's.
But he going to drop an L after this year because he ain't losing no more.
Undefeated.
Yep.
Farron Bradford, do y'all get dynasty vibes with our roster? Forecasting, we solidify the trenches and maybe replace a safety. Come on. Other than that, I take Coach T.
We're going to replace the safety. Oh, man.
We were maybe going to have to do that this offseason. To be fair to his comment, if Edmund signs somewhere else, we might have to draft someone. This is true. He says, other than that, I take Coach T and our talent versus anyone. Matt C, to be determined.
Let's go.
I get what he's saying, though. I mean, we got a really nice roster. If we can get the quarterback right here, we could be making runs. Like, why not?
Yeah,
if we're actually going to be a top 3 to 5 defense, we got talent on offense.
And you would have the model set up in terms of it being low-paid quarterback, everything else around you highly paid. So that is the new version, the new model. Yo.
AJ Martinez, Dirty Deke Diggler, doing us dirty without band name release.
Yeah, man. We trying to get y'all a feature. We trying to see, can we pull up? We want to know the name of it, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the website? Y'all got a website?
I'm sorry.
Social media page?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, my gosh. If you were to have a social media page for the band, what
I might know.
Would you come up with?
I might know.
Do you have an idea? What would it start with? What letter? Can we get the first letter of the name?
No.
How many letters are in the name? Can we get that? Is it like 4 words? Is it 4 letters? 10 letters? Like, is it long name, short name? How many syllables? Can we get syllables?
No.
Oh my God. All right.
My brain's not working like that right now. If you would ask me a time somewhere else, I could probably get it. I didn't know
it was like it sticks. Like we only got one syllable. Or you Rolling Stones? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Checking it out, man.
No.
All right.
We'll keep it low key for a little bit here.
Okay.
Trust me, you guys will know.
Okay.
AJ Martinez, nothing is more dope than 69, the year I was born. Summer of 69.
Hey, let's get it, man. Deke, you should have been born this summer of 69, bro.
It was 93 for me.
Yeah.
Cal Monier, Terrell Edmonds deserves way more respect. Man, shaking my head. I agree. Alexander Watson, you guys are amazing. Thank you.
No, salute you as well, man.
Corey Hewins says, saw the Madden 23 Steeler QB ratings. They are sleeping. Yes.
No, without a doubt. Hey, hold on. I think we had skipped a couple, too. I just
peeped
the... Yeah, let me get these.
Yeah,
quick.
I got you.
Oh, all right.
Island Boy, Young Poppy Benito.
Yeah.
What's up, boys? Tuning in from the 808. Hashtag Island Boy.
Let's get it.
And then Official Momentum says, Moats, it's Mo Myers 5 at Gmail.
Oh, for the Gmail? All right, bet.
So look out for it.
Perfect. Definitely make sure I look out for that there. Let's go.
He also says, Ambition Radio Tokyo, greater than Deke's band. I guess we all got to agree with that because we don't even know what Deke's band is or if it even exists.
It definitely exists. What's the genre? Can we get that? Because like we know Ambition and Radio Tokyo.
You see me post them. Like we played some Pro Jam. Dave Matthews.
Where y'all playing that next again?
I'm actually not sure. I'm not the scheduler. I couldn't even tell you.
You got all the answers, Deke.
I couldn't even tell you if I tried. Couldn't even tell you if I tried.
Hey, I don't know. Where we playing at? Deke. We are practicing. I don't know nothing. I don't know what we practice. Deke, how many instruments are in the band? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Stone Temple Pilots, Blink 182, some Green Day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say like 70s to like early 2000s.
Okay.
Rock,
do y'all do
rock.
any like hard rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you consider hard rock though. I mean,
like
Pearl
Avenged
Jam's
Sevenfold.
No.
Let me think of. All right, so y'all do more of like the. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I got the music though. Yeah, like Nickelback stuff like that, right?
I wish. We're waiting for someone to suggest it.
Serious? Well, I
yeah, but that would fit.
Yeah,
that would fit. And that would probably be
some Blink 182 like that.
We got that. Yeah,
that's the vibe.
We do
I
all
get
the
the vibe.
small
I see the energy. Yeah. I'm trying to think. What's another one back there? Oh, what about Maroon 5? You got any of that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think we have one or two of them.
Now, do you have a mic while you are performing?
No, I refuse.
You refuse?
I refuse.
What?
I'm not doing that while I'm playing drums. No.
Come on, Deke. We've already heard you sing a little bit, Deke.
I'm not bad.
Deke.
I wouldn't be the worst background singer.
Man, put the little mic on your thing. I had a mic while you getting that. Come
I'm not
on,
doing that.
Deke.
I'm not doing that. I'm too locked in.
You too locked in. All right. Fair enough.
Even if they made me, I said nope.
Okay.
Find someone else.
All right. I can dig it then. All right. So, with that being said, man, I think we are all caught up on Supers, correct?
I'll read these off real quick.
Oh, we're not? Okay, yeah, man, get after it. Yeah, I thought we just finished. My bad. Yeah, we're good.
AJ Martinez says 34 is the Robin to 39, Batman. It seems as if I'm the only one with a 34 jersey. Wow. It was a gift. 34 was my high school number, LOL.
I like 34. You know what? That's a dope number, man.
He's basically saying that Edmonds needs more respect. Like, it's a combo. It's a combo thing. Like, obviously, Batman's the main guy, but Robin has his place, too.
Yeah, we talk about your Troy and your Ryan Clark. Prime example, man. You need somebody that's going to do a little bit of the behind-the-scenes stuff so that way the superstar can be a superstar. But you need a team. For every Batman, you got to have an Alfred. You need a Robin. It's a team, man.
Fish Momentum got a couple more here. Says, come see Ambition Friday at the Rivers.
You heard him.
And also says, Deke, let me be your vocal leader.
Oh, he sings too?
Wow. So we're just booting our lead singer. Wow.
Have a sing-off. Isn't that what you do with Motown? You used to have a sing-off, man. Who's going to be the lead singer? Come on, man. Official Momentum versus your guy. What's your guy's name?
He wants to keep things low-key.
Oh, my God. I thought I had you right there. I thought I had you. I was like, yep, drop his name. We going to write the IG right now. I thought I had you. Oh, man.
Honestly, I don't think he has. Honestly, I don't think he has anything.
Man, I was going to be social media searching. TikTok, Facebook, MySpace, everything. All right? We was going to find him. We was going to get some info.
So what do we got?
All right. So, we're caught up now. Okay, bet.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, first topic, man, we got to talk about our top 10 cornerbacks, man, because we've obviously went through, I think, every position that we talked about and everything, or a good amount of these positions, but we know cornerback is one that we definitely need to address.
Yeah.
So, what better day than today?
Yeah.
So, how do we always do this, man? Or how we usually do this? Don't we usually go, 10-4?
First half?
Yeah, first half and then second half. Yeah, you knock out your first half, I knock out my first half. Let's get it going.
Okay. All right, number 10.
Oh, and before I mess up in the chat and type in, put your top 10 running backs here, because I messed it up last time. In the chat, make sure.
I can type it, you know what?
Oh, yeah, you type it as well. But make sure you drop your top 10 cornerbacks in the NFL. Pretty please. We're going to need your participation today for this one, especially for the next time.
Okay. Honorable mentions. Denzel Ward.
Okay.
He's overrated. That's why he's honorable mention.
Overrated.
Never scares me whenever we face the Browns.
Okay.
And Kenny Moore.
Okay.
I think Kenny Moore, based off last season, had a type of year that deserves to be in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Slot corner, though. Are we putting him in? Sorry. I'm just going to say sorry to Kenny Moore.
Sorry to Kenny Moore. Kenny, it's not happening today, Kenny. Fair enough.
Marlon Humphrey at 10.
Oh, okay.
Your boy, Tre'Davious White at 9.
Talk about him.
8, Patrick Surtain. 7, Jair Alexander.
Let's get it.
At the big 6.
6.
AJ Terrell.
I like it. Okay. That's your first set.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate on why you chose and where you put those guys at and stuff like that?
Humphrey, he's usually higher up. He's a playmaker. I mean, you wish he had a little bit more, like, ball skills, more picks and stuff like that, but he makes plays and brings some of those intangibles that typical cornerbacks don't bring to the table, like the physicality, get some fumbles and stuff. He's just had a down year last year a little bit, and then also with the injury at the end of the season. So that's all. I mean, he's a staple, I think, in the top 10. I mean, you could probably have him 8, 9, wherever. It's just I'm pretty high on Patrick Surtain, and I think...
And rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, he's on a really good trajectory. And then Tre'Davious White, I think, just an overall all-around better cornerback.
Yeah.
Problem with him, again, got hurt last year, and just a little bit less than what he was a couple years ago whenever we were talking about for Defensive Player of the Year. But he's still young in the prime of his career. He could bounce back. So, yeah, he's at 9. Patrick Surtain, I mean... He probably could be higher if you're projecting because he's on that type of trajectory. Yeah. I mean, you just watch some of his highlights.
Just watch him. Yeah, absolutely.
Like his physical tools, how he breaks on the ball. He can hold his own with anyone, like any receiver. I'm seeing him guard slot receivers, seeing him guard the big guys. So Patrick Surtain, 8, I don't think there's any question about it. And to get 4 picks, you want to talk about production, the 4 picks and then also the touchdown last year. Pretty good for a rookie. Jair Alexander, maybe could be higher too. Weird year for him with the injury though.
Yeah.
And then
he missed a lot of time, man.
6,
a lot of time last year.
AJ Terrell. The reason I have him up is because of how good his year was last year. And I don't. Do you think he's going to revert back to more of what he was in his rookie year? I don't think so because he's got that type of talent. The stats are like incredible for him. 42 completion percentage whenever he was targeted, best in the NFL. 6.9 yards per reception, best in the NFL. Second best NFL QB rating against, and then only allowed like 200 yards in coverage.
No, facts.
So, yeah, with that being the second year of his career, I don't think he's going to take some huge step back. It should only be getting better.
No, I'm with you on that, man. I'm definitely with you on that. A couple of the names, and I did have like a long list of these honorable mentions, and I was like, I'm not going to do all that. Couple ones that I did want to drop, though. AJ Terrell, definitely. He's one of my honorable mentions. Also, J.C. Horn, definitely liked him a lot. In terms of 2 guys that I would love to have on my list, I just did not put them up there because some of these other dudes right here, man. But at number 10 on my list, and I do agree with you about AJ Terrell. The other thing that, in terms of why I didn't put him on my top 10, I hate the fact he plays in Atlanta, number 1. And granted, his second year was like lights out, but the first year was the opposite of lights out.
Yes.
So I need to see what the bounce is going to look like going forward because those are like 2 extremes when you talk about his seasons, bro. Like,
I think the thing in his favor when it came to my list, though, is there's been so many guys having either down years or being banged up, like we talked about with Tre'Davious White, Marlon Humphrey, Jair Alexander. Like, those guys traditionally would all be above AJ Terrell.
Correct.
If they just had normal seasons.
Yeah,
but
because they were injured, it makes it unique. And I'm with you on that. And I did take that into context. But that's why AJ did not make my list. At number 10, I went with Trayvon Diggs right here.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this is the thing, man. Trayvon, excellent ball skills, excellent in terms of generating splash and turnovers. But on a play in and play out basis, he gets you killed at times because of how aggressive, because of that meter. When we talked about Trey, it was like, certain players have that meter where, this is a tip. This is risky, but not everybody is going to actually go for that play. And I tell you, man, my meter was like really low. I wasn't taking a lot of chances. Troy's meter was really high. He would take a lot of chances. But Troy was very smart and very gifted. He could make up for it all around. With Trayvon, I feel like his risk meter is all the way up here, but the rest of the stuff isn't as consistent as it needs to be. And that's why when you look at the amount of yardage he gives up, the amount of big explosive plays he gives up, it is what it is. But he's still a heck of a player. He just has to button up some of the riskiness. And this is coming from a dude that watches Cowboy games. You know what I'm saying? So
your fam ain't happy right now.
So you man, but I've been doing it.
Or do they agree?
They agree. They agree. Like, it's funny. Cowboy fans, man, they were like, when everybody was talking about Diggs MVP, they were the main ones talk about, no, the heck he's not. Because you'll show that a highlight of him getting that pick, man, or a pick 6, and they gonna correlate you like, bruh, what are you doing out there, man? Like, that's Diggs though, bro. So That's why I have him at number 10. At number 9, this is another guy, man. Missed a lot of time, but I'm still very high on him because even when he came in Carolina last year, I'm talking about Stefan Gilmore right here. He still played at a high level. He's still one of my guys in terms of man-to-man corner, physical. Still, in terms of health-wise, hasn't really gotten banged up too much. I know he was on the PUP list at the beginning of last season, but he was able to come out there.
I think there was some contract stuff with the Patriots going on there too.
It definitely was. But to me, Gilmore is still one of those guys that he's 2 years removed from being Defensive Player of the Year. Okay. I still don't think that he's far off of that. I just think that right now, just got to see where he decides to implement his new services at. Because when he went to Carolina, you could see the impact as soon as he got down there. And that's my thing,
I could be wrong. I think he's with the Colts.
Oh, you're right. You're definitely right.
I could be wrong,
because we talked about that. You're right. He did sign with the Colts. Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm even more excited about that, man. And then at number 8, this is the dude. He just missed. Oh, he played, 10 to 12 games last year. Marlon Humphrey obviously got hurt in our game. Yeah,
right?
He tore the pec in our game. And he still had a ton of, in terms of what they were asking him to shoulder because of the injuries to their team and specifically secondary. He was asked to do a lot more. And I'm a fan of Marlon's game, even though he plays for the Ratbirds, and I hate talking about Ratbirds positively. With Marlon, I just love the fact that he's not the greatest athlete. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the biggest guy. He's not the strongest guy. But you talk about a guy that's fundamentally sound, competes every single snap. Like, you have to be a guy out there when you're talking about being on that corner like that. And this dude right here, even though he may not have all these intangibles, the fact that he's still able to go out there and compete at the level that he does it at, man, I like that a lot. And I also like the fact that, he does it against top guys. Like, I don't want to see you doing it versus the number 2 or the number 3. Let me see you out there versus the guy. And that's what Marlon gives to me, man. So that's why I have him at number 8. Then at number 7, man, this is the weirdest dude to rank. And I think when you look at some of the list of how they rank this guy, and even hearing how you spoke on him and then how I'm going to speak on him, it's all over the place. I'm talking Denzel Ward. At times, Denzel looks like he should be a top 5, top 3 corner. At other times, it's like, yo, don't even mention him on this list. And that's the most craziest thing because he's going to get hit with a double move. We talk about that. And it's one of the things where it's frustrating because it's like, yo, why is it always like the same type of stuff that's getting you? But then at the same time, you'll watch him versus other teams, not named the Steelers, and it's like, yo, this dude is balling right here. This dude is having some he's putting together a string of games, some crazy performances. But then he'll go right back and it'll be the same thing again. It's up and down, up and down. So that's why I have him at number 7, even though if he could just be more consistent, I think that he could be a top 5 corner.
Right.
But that's Denzel. Hopefully he doesn't figure that out while he's in Cleveland. Maybe, he come over to Pittsburgh in, a couple years or something like that. Then he can figure it all out. But not right now. And then at number 6, man, I got Pat Surtain. Even though he was young last year, this dude's still a monster. He's a true cornerback 1. I would have him higher. He's young.
Yeah.
He's young. That's it. And I happen to like the other guys. I think they've been doing it longer and still at an extremely high level. So that's why I have them ahead of him. But Pat Surtain, anybody that was watching Denver tape, and I'm sure not a lot of people were watching the Broncos because they weren't doing it like that as a team. But Surtain is one of those guys where you're like, yo, he is that next guy at corner that we're going to be talking about. When you're like, oh, he's one of those elite guys. He's in that conversation, man. So for me, man, I had to have him at 6, man. But I'm extremely excited to see what he does now that Denver is going to be more in that spotlight. They are going to have a lot more attention with Russ being out there because that was that was what they were saying was, the missing link for them guys. So it's going to be different now when you're putting expectations out there, as we've all seen here in Pittsburgh. Plenty of people could play when nobody's watching. When you put in them prime time moments, man, it's always them eyes on you. Not everybody handles that the same way. So we'll see.
The group of young corners coming in is going to make things interesting.
It definitely
Think
is.
Of the guys that were just drafted, like Sauce Gardner, Stingley, Pat Surtain, and then Terrell. If you even want to throw Diggs in there.
That'd
be a little bit of a new era coming in here. But, some of these guys at the top are still young, though, too.
Seriously, yeah.
Actually, everyone at the top is, at least in my list, is Diggs still under 30. All right, we got, for my 5, Trayvon Diggs.
Let's go.
Something about 11 picks and some of the game-breaking plays.
Yeah. You live by the sword, die by the sword, home run, strikeout. Hey.
Exactly.
I respect it. And I'm glad that he was successful for a good amount of time doing it. Yeah.
Like, do we think he's not going to clean that up a little bit? He's young still, too. And he was able to make those type of plays.
For my family, I hope he cleans it up. I personally don't think he's going to clean. I think certain people are just natural risk takers. And
Marcus Peters was like that.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
Has Marcus really cleaned that up with his game? Nah, he's still eyes in the backfield, but he's going to make some plays where it's like, yo, that's crazy. But he's going to get beat on some plays where you're like, bro, you got to be disciplined. But
still had a hell of a career,
though. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? Like, all pros. He won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Pro Bowls. So, hey, I got Diggs at 5. I like the 11 picks. A couple touchdowns. Marshawn Lattimore at 4. J.C. Jackson at 3.
Okay, let's get it.
2, Xavier Howard. 1, Jalen Ramsey.
Let's go. All right. Talk to me.
Howard.
Uh-huh.
Really like the physicality.
Yeah.
The production speaks for itself. 15 picks last 2 years.
Put some respect on it.
Don't forget, too, going back even like 4 years ago, had 7 picks.
Yes, he did.
And it's not even just about the picks. Dude gets pass deflections, too. 36 last 2 years. Had 20 in 2020. Had a couple forced fumbles, too. Won't be afraid to get in the mix. Also had a touchdown. Like, I don't know. I think he's kind of underrated. Maybe it's because he plays down in Miami. But, like, he's a really physical cornerback, too. Play man-to-man with anyone. Hold his own. I already said Diggs with 5. Lattimore, I think he's just that steady dude with the Saints. You know, he could lock down anyone. He doesn't have the game-breaking plays, though, that J.C. Jackson and Xavier Howard have had. That's my main thing. You look at his picks and stuff, they're nowhere close to what Jackson and Howard have done. And that's also why I got Jackson at 3. I just think he's a little bit worse than Howard. 25 picks in his career over 4 years. That's 6 per year. Pretty damn good pace right there. 8 in 2021, 9 in 2020. The only problem with him, and maybe why I have him slightly below Xavier Howard, I do think Howard's a better player, but it'll be interesting to see how J.C. Jackson does out in L.A. without Belichick.
True, but he's going to have a heck of a pass rush out there that he did not have.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean, he's number 3 on my list, you know what I mean? And then Ramsey at 1. Is anyone debating that? Although there are some people that are questioning him a little bit, especially with his Super Bowl performance. I still think he's pretty damn good.
Fair enough, man. I like that, though, man. That's solid right there, baby. That's solid.
Question about Ramsey.
Talk to me.
So he's like in the prime of his career. He's, I think most people think, our number 1 cornerback in the league right now.
Okay.
How do you think he compares to, like, Revis, when it was Revis' time?
I think they're both elite. I just think I side Revis, but I think they're both elite. I think Revis was a better player. I think Jalen's a better athlete, though.
Do we have one of these guys? We're talking about Surtain, maybe some of these guys that just got drafted. You think anyone could reach that Revis level, like even above Ramsey?
I mean, you're talking about a potential first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm
just wondering who's the guy we're saying like Island. We're attaching some fancy nickname to coming up here.
I mean, if I had to pick someone, I'll probably roll with Surtain.
He's already got a good name at PS2, I think.
Oh, that's his nickname? Oh, that's dope, low key. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yes, I didn't know that, but that would be the guy for me that if I had to just spitball it. Because, like you said, we're talking Revis. That's like saying who's the next Prime Time? Who's the next Ray Lewis? Who's the next Reggie White? Like, yeah, these dudes are like all-time greats, man.
Aaron Donald's in that class. That's who we've had recently,
right?
For
but think about how long it's been. Like
AB was in that class too.
But think about to sustain. Like that's the part of it. It can't just be in it. Like you got to be that for as long and all that other not. Like that's a lot, man.
Ooh, this is interesting. Yeah. A lot of people have. Let's just say over the last 4 or 5 years, Devontae Adams is probably the number 1, right? In terms of receivers.
Whenever Michael, whenever Michael Thomas went down, that's when I switched it over. Because think about while Hopkins was in in Houston, he was still in that category. Devontae just popped, like not just popped up, but he took
his
that
last
crown
4
like
years,
the last.
Though, were pretty crazy.
No, they have been, but in terms of like when we started looking at him as this is the consensus, like number 1, that's only been about a 2-year thing, and even this year is debatable. I said Devontae, you said Cooper Kupp. Think about that.
Yeah, but here's I guess why I bring it up. Let's just say any of the receivers. The only reason I brought Devontae Adams up is because maybe that's the consensus number 1 right now or in recent history. Do we view any of these guys in that Calvin Johnson vein?
I don't think
Antonio Brown?
But I think they're still building to it. Like, you got to think, we didn't talk about AB building, like, being in that after 4 years. It was after, more, like, okay, he's in the 6 now. He's always doing it for 7. Like, that's when it got, I think Devontae is on a pace if he continues it. But he's still young.
His career is weird because he was a late bloomer too. So yeah, if he could do it for another 2 or 3 years, I mean, that would be a crazy 6 or 7 season stretch, especially with the touchdowns.
That'll change. That'll have that. Okay, Now we're in there, but right now he's still like in the thick of that thing, man. Cause shoot, I still wouldn't say that Devontae has caught to where Julio is at just yet.
No.
And you think about what Julio did. So that's my thing. I'm like, how can Devontae be viewed there when he ain't even caught this guy yet? Mm-hmm. But you think about how long Julio did it too.
I know.
He did it for a long time, man.
Yeah. I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's what's interesting with their careers, like a Julio Jones or an AB. Like they did it early.
Yeah.
Whereas Devontae, it took him like 3 or 4 years to like really catch on up there.
Yeah. All right, so for me, man, list my top 5 real quick, man. At number 5, I did something different here, man. So I have J.C. Jackson, but in parentheses, I also have Trey White. And this is the thing. I didn't include Tre'Davious White on my legit list because of the ACL. But at the same time, he's not an honorable mention. If he's healthy, he's a top 5 corner to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I have him up there with the parentheses around it. So literally, it's J.C. Jackson in parentheses, Trey White for me,
You're doing
man.
some Deke moves on your list here, huh?
Nah, not necessarily, because it was like this. I could put Trey White up there, but then Trayvon Diggs doesn't make my list.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I don't have an issue with it. Trey gonna be on my list regardless, but should Diggs still be included in that top 10? And it's like, okay, well, how can I figure out how to conclude him up there? And that's why I did it that way. Otherwise, Trayvon Diggs be sitting right next to AJ Terrell or right next to JC Horn or right next to everybody else about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I did it that way, man. But because with both of those dudes, when you talk about Trey White, first off, Trey White, man, I already know what Trey White is. You know, I love me some Trey White, man. Ball skills, man-to-man, tough as nails, will hit, competitive as a dog, match up with the big dogs, whoever you put out there. Like, I love that energy. But then there's J.C. Jackson as well. And we know what he's been doing while he was in New England, and even a little bit of projection of what he's going to do in L.A. When you're talking about having a Joey Bosa and a Khalil Mack in front of you, like, come on, bro. And you still got a Derwin James working with you as well. Like, that's a lot of talent. I don't feel like he had that. He had Belichick. He ain't had that talent, though. And that's the part where I'm like, man, I really think that for him, he can take another step. And you think about, man, ball skills, this dude right here,
6 picks a year.
Absolutely.
It's pretty
this
damn
dude
good.
has legitimate ball skills, man. He makes plays where you're not supposed to make plays. Supposed to be a PBU. He's like, no, I'm going to get that. Only one other dude I see do that, and I'm going to talk about him in a little bit on my list. But that's J.C. Jackson to me, man. And number 4, I have him high because I still respect the heck out of his game, but he missed a lot of time last year. It's Jair Alexander. When he's healthy, he's an elite top 5 cornerback, hands down, bona fide. But he played, I think it was like 4 games last year.
He got injured in our game.
Yeah, he missed a ton
I think
last year. It was a shoulder injury.
4?
Yeah.
It might have been week 4.
It was a shoulder injury, so he missed a ton of time with that. But at the same time, man, whenever he's been healthy, and we've seen that, we know what that looks like. And that's the part for me where it's like, even though he missed that time, I would give you the benefit of the doubt on the 1 year. Now, this is again, because even with Michael Thomas, that first year when he missed that time with the ankle, it was like, nah, I'm gonna still include this dude. Then it happened again. It was like, nah, bro, you gotta get it back. You gotta prove it.
Did he even miss last year for injury?
Yeah,
or did he just like not want to play?
No, yeah, but I don't even know. But it's just like, bro, when the last time we seen him on the field? I'm like, man, I can't keep talking about what he used to. I'm like, nah, man, that's too far removed now. But at least with Jair, it's like, all right, it's not 2 years. It's just you had a season when he was hurt. Cool. Mm-hmm. So that's why I have him at number 4. Number 3, Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, this dude, you can make a case for being the number 1 corner, and realistically, like, he's like that. I mean, he's like that. I mean, you talk about the stats and all that, but when you watch him play, man, this dude, he matches up with whoever. He's not afraid of contact. He's not afraid of the moments. He's not afraid to go be a playmaker either. And he's been a consistent player since joining the league. Like, we're not getting crazy. It's like, yo, this dude is here. And that's the thing I like, man. I always think of him, not granted they're different positions, but how we look at Minka, where it's like, yo, this dude is just a steady producer of like high-end play week in and week. You just know what to expect from him. That's how I feel about Marshawn Lattimore, man. So that's why I have him at number 3. Would have him higher. It's just I love the number 2 and the number 1 guy. Number 2 is Xavier Howard. My guy is an absolute monster. He's never respected enough, especially down in Miami, but that's what happens when you're on bad franchises. But the picks tell part of the story. For me, it's the picks out of man-to-man coverage, because as a defender, you don't get interceptions in man-to-man coverage. Interceptions are a zone defense thing because you got eyes on the quarterback, you're reading routes. Oh, this pass is tipped, I can break off, I can go get this. When you're a man-to-man, you're not looking at that quarterback. Your eyes are on your receiver, and you're mirroring his route. And the only time you're going to get a chance to play that ball is right when it's about to drop in this guy's hands, and you got a split second say, okay, I'm going to get this thing. I'm going to flip this head around and go get it. Xavier Howard, he's one of the best that I've seen doing this thing recently, man, in terms of those type of ball skills where it's like, man, how did you know to get your head around? How did you make that play on that ball? That's supposed to be him catching it on you, or at best a PBU at best, and you're taking it. Like, that's the stuff for me where I'm just like, yo, how can you not have Xavier Howard in your top 3? Like, this dude is like that. And he ain't afraid to hit. Oh, don't think he the weak link or we're going to run at him. No, he'll button that chin strap up, bite down on the mouthpiece. He's going to tag you. So that's the other part that I like about him, man. It's just like, man, across the board, he gives me everything I need. And then number 1, man, is Jalen Ramsey. When you talk about Jalen, we know his full body of work is insane. I think he put out the tweet where he was like, yo, in my first 6 seasons, you check mine versus any of these other guys and look at what it looks like. And it's like, no. Yeah. Now, I ain't saying you better than them dudes, Jalen, because I know that's how you trying to point it. Like, oh, I'm better than Prime, I'm better than Reeves. I get it. Accolade-wise, though, you do have a leg to stand on, though. And that's the thing. But to me, man, with Jalen, phenomenal athlete, first off. Like, the size, the athletic ability, the length of the arms, the speed, the short area quickness, does it all. Hit, can play man, slough off, play a little zone, like, does it all. And he's not afraid to mirror. I also like the fact that he talked that smack. And most of the time he backs it up too. I mean, when he had the whole checklist of that quarterback trash, he sucks, he a bum, he this, he that, and everybody was pissed off at him. Oh man, wait till these quarterbacks get you. And it was like, they ain't gonna get that, man.
Ben got him.
He picked Ben. What you talking about? Stop it.
Ben got him.
He picked Ben that game
too. What was it? 500 yards.
It wasn't on him. He picked Ben. Remember that.
And then, I think. Yeah. Well, no. Well, here's what I'm gonna say. He got the 500 yards, whatever it was, 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns in that divisional game. I was gonna say wild card at home. There was that, but then also the win down on the road. We were down and out.
The wins matter, but in both of those situations, especially in Jacksonville, he still got a pick.
I can't remember.
Yeah, he got it in the end zone. Yeah, it was freaky.
I just remember the.
It could have So that's my thing. It's like, man, I don't care about the wins losses. We talking individual players here. And Jalen, I mean, he got a Super Bowl ring. He ain't tripping. You know what I mean? He got him hardware. He ain't tripping at all, man. But Jalen is Jalen, man. I just love his energy, man. Like, when you play out there, man, especially at the cornerback position, like, you got to be a little psycho. You got to have that confidence in you, and he has it. But I just like the fact that he continues to live up to it as well, man. And that's my thing with him, man.
Good list.
Yeah.
We had the same top 2.
I like it, man.
For the most part, same guys on the list, too.
So
we've been going that way.
And we'll do a quick recap of your 10-1, just so we can get it clear real quick.
Yeah. Marlon Humphrey at 10. Tre'Davious White at 9. Patrick Surtain at 8. 7, Jair Alexander.
Let's get it.
6, AJ Terrell. At number 5, Trayvon Diggs. 4, Marshawn Lattimore. 3, J.C. Jackson. 2, Xavier Howard. 1, Jalen Ramsey.
Let's get it. And then for me, man, at 10, I went Trayvon Diggs. At number 9, Stefan Gilmore, a.k.a. Gilly the Kid. Number 8, Marlon Humphrey. At 7, Denzel Ward. At number 6, you call him PS2, Pat Surtain II. At number 5, J.C. Jackson / Trey White. Let's go Buffalo. Then at number 4, man, Jair Alexander. 3, Marshawn Lattimore. And then at number 2, Xavier Howard, a.k.a. the X-Man. At number 1, Jalen Ramsey. All righty.
I got some top 10 lists.
I was about to say, let's check the chats, man. See who got the top 10s out here.
I got Nick Y saying 10-1. Humphrey, White, Terrell. Ward, Moore at 5. Yeah, I should probably be numbering these as I'm going. Moore at 5. Diggs at 4. J.C. Jackson 3. Lattimore. No, I see. I botched this up. 10-1. 10 Humphrey. 9 White. 8 Terrell. 7 Ward. 6 Moore. 5 Diggs. 4 Jackson. 3 Lattimore. 2 Howard. 1 Ramsey.
All right.
Not bad.
All right. Which one was that from?
Nick Y.
All right. I got Felix Ogbor here. At number 10, he has AJ Terrell. At number 9, he went Tre'Davious White. At 8, he went Stefan Gilmore. At 7, Trayvon Diggs. 6, PS2, Pat Surtain II. At number 5, Denzel Ward. At 4, he went Marlon Humphrey. 3, Xavier Howard. I see you. Number 2, Jair Alexander. And then at number 1, Jalen Ramsey. Okay.
Isaiah Aguilar. Honorable mention says Diggs. Allowed lots of hard, amazing playmaker, though. Huh? I don't even know.
Say that part again.
Allowed lots of hard, amazing playmaker, though. I don't.
All right. All right.
It doesn't even make sense.
Just roll with it, man.
Diggs
Just
is
roll with it,
honorable
bro.
mentions, basically.
If
what
you
he's
say
saying.
it fast, it makes sense.
Also says Gilmore and Darius Slay in the honorable mention.
Yeah, can't forget Slay. Yeah.
10, Terrell. 9, Peters.
Hey, now.
Think a
Obviously,
comeback's happening.
Well, because under the, I mean, maybe he's saying, hey, man, you can get that 1 year of injury. That's fine.
8, Ward. 7, Lattimore. 6, JC. 5, Jair. 4, Xavier.
Okay.
3, Tre'Davious White.
Time out. Where did he have Jair at?
5.
5, okay.
4, Howard. 3, Tre'Davious White. 2, Marlon Humphrey. 1, Jalen Ramsey.
Okay. And what was that name?
That was
Make sure I'm not reading the same one you're
Isaiah
reading.
Aguilar.
All right, perfect. I got Robert Bennett here. So Robert Bennett, I think, yeah, because... Oh, yeah, we think we got a couple more of these. All right, Robert Bennett, he has it number 10. A.J. Terrell, number 9. Marcus Peters at 8. Marlon Humphrey. 7. Denzel Ward. 6. Gilly the Kid. Stefan Gilmore. Number 5. Pat Surtain. 4. Trey White. 3. Jair Alexander. 2. JC. And then at number 1, he went Jalen. I think, is Jalen the consensus on everybody's list right now?
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm seeing right now, man.
Brandon Clark, 10 to 1, says 10, Terrell. 9, Kenny Moore. 8, Marlon Humphrey. 7, Tre'Davious White. 6, Denzel Ward. 5, Trayvon Diggs. 4, Marshawn Lattimore. 3, J.C. Jackson. 2, Howard. 1, Ramsey.
I like it.
A lot of the 4 to 5 seem to be the same with the Howard, Jackson, Ramsey combo, Lattimore.
I mean, those dudes, yeah, that sounds about right.
Like those 4 are probably typically in everyone's top 5 or 6.
Now, how do you feel when, because I did see a couple of these comments, Scott Fedora, Javi Berg 420, they were saying that Ramsey is overrated. And I have seen people like say that. And
he still won, though.
That's my thing. It's like, I do feel like he's a little overhyped, but how do I not say he's the number 1 guy right now? Like, who are we taking off that? Because it's like, as much
Howard wouldn't be bad. We just need to see him do it in some bigger moments. Playoffs.
But we've already seen Jalen do it in bigger moments. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
That's my thing. I'm like, how do I, like, the criteria in which we would say you need to do this, we've already seen it. We've already seen that.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ramsey, you're going to get beat at times. And that has happened.
Especially when you going against dog got the dog.
That's going to happen. Yeah. But that's the type of assignment he has. That's how good he is. That you want to just match him up. Single coverage, all right, we could trust him. Lock down this side of the field. So, I think Jalen Ramsey's one.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's another one in here. We got.
I think I saw the bro burying, and it was a super as well. It was like Q or something like that, right?
Q.
Yeah.
10 Surtain, 9 Terrell, 8 Humphrey, 7 Slay, 6 White.
Darius Slay making his name out here. I see you, Slay.
Yeah, he came back. He had a good season last year. Made a Pro Bowl.
But it's always weird, like how people like view him. Even when he was in Detroit, it was like, man, give him some respect, bro. It's Slay nice.
5 Lattimore, 4 Howard, 3 JC. Oh, 4 Howard, getting some hate. 2 Jair,
get some hate.
1 Ramsey.
Dang, all right.
But still, it's kind of the consensus top 5.
So, I did have another question about your top 10 before we transition. Noah Kello?
He just got to play like he did those last 6 games. I think he'll be on the list.
Like, I thought you was going to talk yourself into an honorable mention for the man. Like, what was going on here, man? I'm starting to wonder. Are you a fake fan right now?
Not at all.
You don't believe in Kello? Are you having second thoughts?
No, not at all.
So why didn't you put James Pierre? You was honorable mention a year ago.
I did not.
I felt like you were too far off. You was like, hey man, just honorable mention James Pierre Allen.
No,
you had a strong camp. That counts. Yeah.
I could definitely see Kello making his name on this list. Just play like you did those last 5 or 6 games, because those stats will be right up there with any of these guys.
Okay. I'm just
if
checking,
not better.
Man. I'm just checking, bro. Yeah.
He had. I'm trying to go off the top of my head here. He had 3 picks. Probably could have had 1 or 2 more. I remember him dropping one in the Ravens game.
And I thought he had one that got called back, or what was it? No, I'm thinking about no, he did. Was it the Chiefs game? I thought he caught one. It was like in the end zone, but it was like whatever it was a penalty, so it ended up not counting or something like that. I could have sworn.
I remember him making a play in the end zone. I can't remember if it was a pick or not, but
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
It was something like that though. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had 3 picks. Could have been 4, maybe 5. 9 pass deflections. This is
and this is all like in a 4-week, 5-week span.
Yeah. I think 6 games max, you could say. I mean, he had some snaps in week 2 against the Raiders, some snaps in the Chargers game.
You weren't feeling them snaps though, huh?
I wasn't, and I don't think he really played much outside of those snaps that we saw. It was like 2 or 3 snaps, right?
It was just bad time. Hey.
So in the games that he actually played like legitimate minutes. 3 picks, 9 pass deflections.
Yeah.
Extrapolate that over a full season.
Oh,
he's on this top 10 list.
That did happen to that pick. It was the Chiefs.
It was the pick.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
don't remember
in the end zone, like, and they called it back for something, but I definitely remember I was like, dang, Akello got another one. Like, yeah.
Legitimately, outside of that Raiders game, where we could say the fault of that bomb to Ruggs was on Trey Norwood because he didn't get to the quarterback in time. We could say that. And then also, I think there was a drag route in the Chargers game where he got burnt on a little bit. When he actually played, I do not remember a receiver catching a big pass on him or a pass in general, to be honest. So he did good. And, like, I know it probably, some of the opponents, it wasn't, like, the most
he wasn't matched up. He's not
dominant receivers out there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we did go up against the Vikings.
Yeah, well, and part of it you have to remember, too, our defense isn't designed for a corner to travel. Our defense, we play right and left. And that's why we like it. But that's also why we got to have balanced corners. We got to make sure that our guys are all good because we don't just, travel with that guy. You follow him around.
He wasn't getting cooked in the Chiefs game. I know that.
Yeah.
And, Vikings. I don't remember him getting beat in the Vikings game. He had the 2 picks in the Vikings game.
I'm about to say, he balling the Vikings. That was like his coming out party, low-key.
But, like, I'm just thinking, because Browns, Ravens, their receivers aren't, like, top-notch.
Making me think of the day when he caught that first pick in the Vikings game and he went to celebrate. We was all like, oh, all right.
Oh, yeah, you saw at the bottom of the scoreboard, 29-0.
Yeah. Like, yo, I get it. You're excited, but, man, that just, all right, fair enough, though.
No, I could see him being in this top 10.
Okay. That's because to me, if he can replicate or do it for a longer duration, I don't think that that's out the framework for him. I mean, we talk about AJ Terrell, and we said, man, AJ was bad at times his first year, and you saw how he flipped it. And it looked special at times in Atlanta. If he was playing anywhere else, he probably would be talked about even higher. It's just, Atlanta right now, Chicago right now, even Seattle to an extent right now that the rest is gone. It's like, man, it's going to be hard to really make noise and get that type of national attention like that, man. But yeah, man, Akello, he definitely did some things, man. So he's the one, man. I'll be interested to see, can he make a move, though?
Yeah, I think Levi will be fine as well. It's just, I think he's capped in terms of just athleticism and potential versus Witherspoon.
Yeah. Well, because Levi has played a lot more. Like, just
he's the safer corner right now.
He is.
I believe he's going to do fine.
Right. Whereas with Akello, it's more unknown, but the way he ended leaves the optimism through the roof because of what he was putting together. Like his mixtape, that's the thing. Like Levi got 2 dope albums. You know what I mean? But he don't have like a classic. It's just like, it's a dope album. Like you trusted this. Hey, I can vibe with this. It can make the playlist.
Comparison. Yeah.
It's not an all-time great, but I can make this. Hey, if we drive, we can pump this. With Akello, he dropped a stupid, crazy mixtape. It had 5 songs. We like, bruh, if that's what he's capable of, but we ain't seen him on the album just yet. You know what I mean? He done featured a little bit. We thought we was going to get the album in Seattle, and they was like, nah, the label was tripping. You know what I mean? So now we're going to get a chance to get the album. I want to hear what the album look like. I need to see it. Can you know what I mean? Can you drop us a classic, Akello? Like, I feel like he that mixtape was fire, bro. Just saying, we right there.
He's got those music connections too. Remember,
man? I do remember that, man. Yeah, yeah, man. So we shall see. We might just do it.
See. Yeah, no. I think he could get in this top 10 for sure. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to, but I just couldn't. There's too many good corners.
Yeah, and because to me, I'm looking at Trayvon Diggs as the outlier here. I say Diggs is the one that I anticipate coming back to earth because the 11 picks. That's the only reason why he's a top 10 corner right now. If those picks decrease in any capacity and you're still having that high risk, high reward, that's not going to cut it. That ain't. You know what I mean? Not in terms of top 10. Not saying he's going to be out the league or the Cowboys going to get rid of him. No, not at all. But in terms of being a top 10 guy, you can't have that type of stuff in your game. Like I said, the only reason you still up there, was the picks, man. I mean, 11 picks, that's filthy. That's what Xavier Howard's doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's that type of category. But Xavier doesn't give you the boom or bust. He's a consistent all the way through guy.
100%.
Yeah.
We want to hit these super chats?
Yeah.
Then?
And then after that, man, we'll go ahead to that next one, man.
All right. Let's see where I'm at here. All right, we're good. I got them all.
Okay.
We got AJ Martinez. Yeah, he says Robin Batman. We already said that one. Official Momentum's talking about Ambition and Radio Tokyo.
Okay.
Over Deke's band. I already saw that one.
Okay.
He says, come see Ambition Friday at the Rivers.
You heard what he said, man. The 28th,
Yeah,
man.
actually, I'm reading that comment again. He's getting double publicity.
Come on, man. Shout him out. It's official momentum. He if anyone deserves a little extra,
Sure.
it's definitely official.
That's fair.
Come on, man.
All right. Corey Hewen says Terrell played more inside linebacker than our assigned inside linebackers.
But did official momentum? Did you get the one where he said?
I did say that. I remember saying that one. That's why I said like
Okay.
I read off one of his comments two times.
Fair enough.
So we're caught up. He said, "Deke, let me be your vocal leader."
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that one. Because he was trying to be in a competition.
Band, right?
Yeah. All right. So Hewen says,
but you said your mouth was hurting, or your mouth wasn't.
No, that's not what I said.
That's not what you said.
No.
You ain't say something. Your mouth broke, or you gotta fix your mouth or something like that, right?
No.
You said,
Not at all.
Deke, you said something along the lines like, "Yo, my mouth was messed up. I don't want it to be messed up forever. Like, you gotta be gentle or something like that." That's what you said.
No, that's not it.
That's what you, all right, man.
He was talking about the band and like the lead singer. It had nothing to do with me.
Fair enough, man. Listen, Deke, I'm not judging, man.
I think you're hearing stuff.
I could be. I'm not tripping, man. It's just, hey, I just want you to know, man, I'm here for you, man. All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't want you to be in pain. That's all.
Corey Hewins says Terrell played more inside linebacker than our assigned inside linebackers.
Nah, at times, man, they put him, man, because last year we was going through it for a little while, man. We was going through it, and I felt bad for them safeties out there with that tackling. Minka, oof, Lord have mercy. The tackling improved drastically, but it's like, man, I don't want that dude having to tackle that much, man.
Yeah.
But that's the part where we're talking about the inside linebackers. That's where they got to be improved, and they should be. They definitely should be improved, man.
Yeah, Minka making tackles. We don't need Cam Hayward. Chase down tackles anymore.
30 yards down. I feel like, nah, it's cool as a one-off. I don't want to see a lot of that, though. Nick
Foe. I'm sorry. Can we just spend some more money on our offense?
Yeah.
Nah, we're fine.
Where'd you? Oh, I see. I was like, man, I'm not over here reading something else.
No, we got talent. We are in a weird spot with our cap space.
Because we said the only spot that we kind of looked at, we said O-line.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. It's not, unless you want to go bring another fullback in.
I think it's just naturally set up this way for this year and probably the next year or so, where our offense is going to be a little cheaper.
Question, though. What about a tight end?
Bringing another guy?
Because we talked about bringing in, if you wanted to bring in competition for Dan Moore, right? But Dan, if we're going to bring in competition for him, it made me think like, man, well, when did you bring in competition for Zach Gentry if that was the case?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I think Jared Cook's out there. He's a good receiving tight end. I wouldn't mind bringing him in.
That's all. I was just thinking like another dude there because even though we didn't get to see a lot of it, Ebron and Pat was what it was supposed to be. And Ebron and Pat is different to me than per se Pat and Gentry right now. And I do think both of those dudes are going to play well this year. Obviously, we got crazy high expectations for Pat, and we know from what I've already seen that Gentry is going to be out there and be having an impact as well. But I just asked myself, like, man, would you want to bring in somebody to compete with him? To at least push him a little bit.
Do you think that would be compete? Like, say we bring in Jared Cook.
No, that's not competition. No, that's Jared Cook's spot. And then Gentry's number 3. It greatly strengthens your group, though.
And I feel like Gentry would still have a role at certain times.
Because he would be the blocker. He's going to forever have that role next year, regardless of who we bring in, just based on who's available and what our current roster looks like, and just how good he has become at blocking. So that part is there, I think. But because I just keep going in my mind, I'm like, okay, so after Gentry, you're at Kevin Rader. So now you see how we're going down in a sense, you know what I mean? And that's where I was like, all right, maybe that's an element, because at least when we talking O-line, we talked about, oh man, you got Joe Haig. Oh man, we got John LeGlue. He done some stuff, but it's like you've seen these dudes have to play significant snaps, and we felt comfortable with those guys being out there. What if Kevin Rader had to go out there and play 40 snaps because Gentry was hurt or Pat got hurt? You see what I'm saying? Now we're looking at Gentry and Rader together. That's the part I'm just like, man, maybe that's something they could look into.
Yeah, I'm not opposed.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I mean, bringing in Jerry Cook, that'd be a nice move.
Yeah.
He's been a solid tight end.
No, he definitely has been, man.
Let's see.
Would be good for your boy too, man. Whichever one of your quarterbacks you want out there. It's hard to keep up. You know you be flopping all the time.
Ah, come on, dude.
You know you be flopping, man. You ain't got no loyalties no more, man. Ben gone. Stop it. Ben is gone. You ain't got no loyalty.
The loyalties to the team.
That's it. Exactly.
Always has been.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Always has been.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm going to say is I think Pickett will be the better quarterback for the team.
All right.
All right, we got Camonier. Oh, this is a good one. If
yes.
You're the Celtics.
Yes.
Would you trade Jalen for KD?
Yes. Before you even get
I don't know why this wasn't talked about before.
Yeah, bro. Like when I first saw this pop up, I'm like, bro, what? That was an option. That's been an option. What are y'all waiting on?
Apparently, the Nets want way too much though at this point. Because honestly, Jalen Brown and like a couple picks for KD is a fair trade.
Absolutely.
But they want more. I think the Celtics threw in like Marcus Smart, more picks, and they still said no. It's like, are you kidding me? Take the deal.
Because the Celtics said the only person they're not going to include is Tatum. But I think that's part of it too, maybe.
I mean, if I'm
like,
the Nets, I think I want Brown over Tatum anyway.
But you're losing KD. Who's the closest thing to KD?
Yeah,
would it be
he could
Brown or would it be
facilitate the
Tatum?
offense a little bit better. I'm with you on that, but I think Brown's the better leader.
No, I agree with you on that. Like, we all at times look at Tatum like, man, you got to be a little mentally tougher than that. Not to the extent of a Devin Booker, but kind of in that ballpark. It's like, yo, you're gifted. We know you're talented as heck, but sometimes we need a little bit more from you. But yeah, man, if you're Brooklyn, you can't go KD to Jalen. Like, you can go KD to Tatum, and you can make it work, but. Yeah, man.
So you're still saying no? Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown picks?
Because Smart, he's going to give me defense. Yeah, he can give me some buckets. Sure. But that's not KD. And then if we also potentially going to be moving on from Kyrie, we doing a full rebuild all of a sudden? That's what that sounds like?
I think that squad ain't bad with Kyrie, Jalen Brown, Marcus Smart, little Ben Simmons.
Listen, Kyrie already said he ain't trying to be there,
It's an interesting
Kyrie
team.
ain't trying to be there, man.
But Celtics, I can see why you're trying to do this because if you get KD for the next 2 or 3 years, I think you have a real legit shot to win. I think you still have a shot, but now you at least got that leader.
So is KD and Tatum a better tandem than KD and Kyrie? In 2022, at this stage.
Is Kyrie available?
So in 2022, at this stage.
Yeah, I think you want that.
All right.
Tatum will give you something better on defense. KD could be the guy on offense when you really need it. And that's something that was missing from Tatum when we really needed him.
This is definitely true.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, though, it's weird because if I'm the Celtics, I'm actually a little more apt to trade Tatum. Like, why don't you just trade Tatum for Durant straight up?
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't. But depends on.
It's all about the years because you still have Tatum for how long?
But if I'm Brooklyn, I'm not trying.
KD's in year 16.
But if I'm Brooklyn, I'm not trying to trade KD for Tatum straight up. I don't think.
Couple picks.
Yeah, I would need something back because to me, KD is definitely more established.
Well, you got to think Tatum's what 23, 24.
True, but KD is KD, and I don't think that's stopping in the next 4 years. You think so?
Not the next 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Not the next 2 or 3.
And do we think Tatum can reach Durant's height?
No.
That's my other part.
No.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. Now, will he do the Durant move and go to whatever the best team in the NBA is at that time?
If that's the case, come join
whenever
Bron.
His contract's
just
up.
come join Bron. We make it work out. I don't even trip Tatum. Just Bron got a home for you, baby. Hey, we're gonna all three be up in Golden State together. I'm like,
I feel like that's the trade though. That would be the best two teams to make a trade. I think it could be fair on both sides. I don't know if it's actually gonna happen though. But it's out there right now, so couldn't you see Brown being a little upset to pull a little Baker Mayfield?
I could. I definitely could. But does he have that
No, I don't think so.
He has that, right?
I don't think so. I really don't. But my thing is, since the wheels are already turning, I feel like something's going to happen. I don't know when. Yeah.
Well, I'm just waiting to see what happens with Kyrie. I think...
Cause these are some legit reports. Wasn't it coming from Woj?
Mm-hmm. Nah, it's legit. I want to see, because if you're Brooklyn, you potentially could go in the next season. No Kyrie, no KD. That's... Yeah.
They didn't win anything.
But then at the same time, they keep saying that they haven't...
couple years
But then at the same time, they keep saying that they don't have any, substantial offer or... legitimate package that they're willing to entertain to that extent just yet. So it's like, man, well, all right, let's see how this thing plays out.
What's funny is the two teams that could offer them the best stuff are the two teams that were in the finals.
Yeah.
Warriors and Celtics. And Warriors, obviously, they're not doing anything. Yeah. Celtics could, though.
Man, KD going back to Golden State, baby. Come on. Win us another one.
Isaiah Aguilar. 340 watching, 140 likes. Hit that thumbs up.
Not enough. Tell him, Isaiah. Thumbs it up, baby. Thumbs it up.
Doesn't add up. All right, Q.
That math ain't mathing. That's what he said.
We read Q's, right?
Yes.
And then we got Kyle Monier. If you could bring back one role player to this team, who would it be? All in their prime. Robert Golden, Darius Hayward-Bay, LJ Fort, or Jonathan Dwyer?
I'm going Hay-Bay right here, man.
I'd say Hayward-Bay, too.
Hay-Bay, that dude, man. My special teams D-man. He going to give me that. I need that reverse from Miami where he went, was it 70 or 80?
Yeah, he might be good for Canada.
I need one of those. Yeah. Because he had some moments, man. He had a little sprinkle of productivity on offense, but we knew that's my special teams guy right there. And he came when I came over in terms of joining the Steelers, man. So salute Hay-Bay, man. But shoot, Rob G, that's the homie too, man. But I feel like he's only going to give me special teams. At least Hay-Bay give me a little offense. LJ,
Dwyer. I can't believe that name was tossed out there. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, see, I don't know Dwyer like that, man. But LJ, I'm like, man, depending on how D Bush is looking in coverage, maybe LJ, I don't know. Maybe you go that route. LJ played well in Baltimore before he got hurt. That's all. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was out in Baltimore, man.
Scott Foradora. I admit, I just have my own stubborn opinion. Just not a Ramsey fan. I like Tre'Davious White more. And Pat Surtain. He's got a big future ahead. Mm-hmm. Pat, future number one, in my opinion.
Scott, I agree with you on that about Pat, man, 100%. And trust me, man, I'm a big Trey White fan. If he wasn't hurt, I would have tried to make a case for him. He just hurt, that's all. But yeah, you got my hey, we're on the same page. Let's go.
Bombs away. What DB didn't make the top 10 this year that you think could make it next year? I like Stokes from Green Bay. Yeah, Stokes actually didn't have a bad year last year. Witherspoon.
For you, I heard you. Yeah,
but
for me, it's AJ Terrell because he didn't make my top 10.
What about Horn? I like your pick of. You had him as honorable mention. Mm-hmm. He was banged up last year.
Yep. But he's definitely another one.
Maybe even one of these rookies. Who knows? Sauce Gardner or Stingley. Mm-hmm. Who else do I have in my honorable mention? Or just like kind of in that range? No, I think those are the guys. I would say those guys because I would have like Slay, but he's old. I'm thinking more of guys on the rise.
And I'm looking at guys that have never been considered a top 10 guy. Like Slay has been a top 10 guy. He's fallen out just because of like with Tom, man. Father Time is undefeated, man, except for Brady for some reason. But that's kind of how like I look at Slay. Whereas like with Terrell, AJ Terrell, I'm like, I don't have him at my top 10 just yet. So he's the guy to me that I'm like, yo, he could be the next one to hop in that top 10. Obviously, I mean, I could be the bias, or not even biased, but like my super hot take or super optimism is Akello is the guy, right? But
he's the guy off the Steelers.
Yeah, he would be the guy that I would say off the Steelers, yeah. Because I think that with Levi is more closer to like his finished product. We kind of know who he is. Whereas with Akello, what he did in that span last year, it just makes it where you're like, yo, it could be more over there, man. Could be more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say Stokes is not a bad call at all. Mm-hmm. Trevin Cancello says Ramsey is cornerback one. No debate. People can say he's overrated, not as good as Revis, Dion, or whoever, but you're not going to compare him to Xavier or Jair to them.
Nah, that's my sentiment as well. I agree.
Let's go, UW. Bring back Ebron.
Man, y'all slandered that man too much, man. I seen too many E-booties and all this other stuff, man. He ain't got beef with y'all now.
I mean, if we're going to be doing more run schemes and we need the tight ends to be a little bit more intricate with the blocking.
Guy we want. That's the guy we want, man.
I don't know if it's a good fit.
That's the guy we want, man. Heck yeah, that's the guy we want. You know he's the guy. Physical. People mover. He will put his face, headbutt you. Come on, man.
I wouldn't care if he's back, but we saw his snaps take a pretty big decline as the season went on before he got hurt. He caught every ball, though.
This is true.
You kept your beard alive. You're doing the streak with that.
Man.
He didn't drop him.
Nope.
There's only like one target a game, but
he ain't drop it. We could not say that the year prior. Okay.
Yeah, there were some big drops. Yeah, him and Deontay. I mean, there were some big drops. Cost us games. But yeah, that's it for the super chats.
Ooh, I like that name. Corey Avery, he said for a potential top 10 guy next year, Asante Samuel Jr. Yeah, we'll see, man. We shall see.
Fish Momentum says Ramsey is this generation's Richard Sherman. That's kind of what he alluded to a little bit with. Did he tweet it out or did he say it in an interview where he's like, compare my first 6 years to anyone else? I stand there. And Sherman responded. I don't know if Ramsey was talking directly about Sherman at all.
Yeah, because see, I was taking it as he was talking about Revis and Prime in terms of like his all-time status. Like, I don't know. I'm weird about Sherman. Like, for me, obviously Sherman's had a heck of a career, but I like Jalen better as a corner than Sherman. I think that Jalen just, for me, he's a true man-to-man matchup travel. Remember, the knock on Richard was he wasn't traveling, and he was a zone coverage corner. Big vision, but you have elite safety play in another corner, so it worked out. And no, trust me, man, he was a heck of a player and still did it even when he was in Tampa before he got hurt. But to me, I just never viewed Ramsey as a standalone the way that I view Jalen. Like, Jalen game, we talk about traveling. Oh, you play that dude wherever, inside, outside, like he's going to match up. It doesn't matter. Like, we never had to beg for that to see that. Whereas with Sherman, that was like the head scratching part sometimes with him in Seattle. It was like, man, like, let this dude travel. We want to see, can it be like that? Because right now, all teams are doing is just saying, all right, we're going to put our guy on that side. And, yeah, you could feast on whoever.
I remember that.
That was legit, though. Yeah.
It was 5-6 years ago. I remember a soundbite with Rodgers after a Packers-Seattle game.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I just wasn't tossing it to your side.
It's like, okay, cool. You stay over there. We just going to work on this side of the field.
I remember
because
that.
you don't try, yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Official momentum. Last one.
All right. Shout out to official momentum. All right. Next topic we have on the deck. Sticking with those cornerbacks, man, but we wanted to focus a little bit on the AFC North this time, man. And just in terms of our tandem, how do we feel about, how we rank in the AFC North? And just specifically the AFC North. And for this, man, we're going to talk about, each team's top 3 corners, right? Your 2 outside guys, in their slot corner. And then just kind of discuss like how we feel these guys rank within the division. And in this chat, y'all let us know that as well, man. AFC North cornerback. So to give you the context from each team for everybody that might not know. All right. For the Baltimore Ravens, the 3 that we had used were Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, and Kyle Fuller, who is their slot corner. For the Browns, we went Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, and Greg Newsome II was their slot corner. Obviously, here in Pittsburgh, we got Akello Witherspoon, Levi Wallace, and my man Cam Sutton. And then over in Cincinnati, it was Eli Apple. I'm going to butcher this name. Chidobe Awuzie. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
I think I said that right?
Yeah.
Chidobe Awuzie. And then obviously Mike Hilton is out there for their slot, man. So those are, the tandems or the trios that we were using in this exercise right here, man. So like I said, for y'all in the chat, let us know how you guys feel we rank in terms of the Steelers cornerback trio within the division. So how you feel, man?
Going forward, I think we could be number 1 on this list by the end of the season. Because there are a lot of question marks, I think, about the other teams. Maybe the Browns have the least amount of question marks. Because I think Greg Newsome, he's going to be fine for them. He had a pretty good rookie season. Denzel Ward, he's like a steady top 15 cornerback. Greedy Williams, he's sometimes hit or miss. But Humphrey, he's coming off the injury. Peters coming off of a major injury as well. Kyle Fuller, he hasn't really been the same in recent years. And then the Bengals, Awuzie had a really good year for them last year, but is he going to be able to keep it up? Eli Apple had his really good year last year compared to the rest of his career.
He did. And
he did. He had a really good year.
That pissed me off, bro. Because, remember what was the game? What's the first Bengals game? We were up here. We were like, no, it was the second one. The one in Cincy. We were like, oh, it's Eli, man. Like, it ain't like that. It showed up. That was the game we get the pick. And we're like, this guy here. Yeah.
And then we know Mike Hilton, really solid corner, especially in the slot. I think all of our guys, if Akello hits that top 10, 15 threshold, Levi is just solid on the other side. Could he be a top 25, top 20 corner for us? And then Cam Sutton going more to his natural position in the slot.
Yeah.
If he could be locked down there, especially with those question marks with all the other guys. Now, if all of them play up to par of what they're supposed to be, then I don't know if there's even a chance for us to be number 1. But, man.
So if everybody plays to their best their ability for every single team in the division, all their corners, everybody's playing their best, everybody's healthy, how are you ranking it?
Yeah. The tough one's the Bengals. I mean, I'd probably have us at dude, it's tough because Newsome's still young. Yeah, the thing with the Ravens and the Browns is they have the guy at the top.
Yeah.
Compared to what we have,
right?
The for sure guy at the top. If we're talking
in terms
about
of Denzel
everyone
and Marlon, or even Marcus in that sense, where you're talking about Baltimore.
Right. So I'd probably have. I don't know if I like Peters coming back from this injury as much. I don't know if it's going to be the same. I think Humphrey will be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably go Browns, Ravens, us, Bengals.
You like so you're saying you like the Browns over the Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay. I was reading it backwards. I was taking another way from you.
If that's the scenario you're talking about,
yeah.
If Newsome lives up to the bill he was drafted to be, Denzel Ward, he's been a steady guy. He gets back into that top 10 range.
Because to me, I think of it like in this sense, right? Not even projecting how high this guy's ceiling or how low it can be. Just in the sense of like what I've seen from these dudes. Can I realistically project that they could do that again? So like when we talk, like when you're saying the thing about Marlon Humphrey, like, yo, you think he'll be back? I'm like, I agree with you. When you say Marcus Peters, like, yo, he might take a step because of that. It's like, yo, that's like, I agree with that part of it. You know what I mean? So that's for me where I'm thinking of these dudes like, oh, man.
I think we're right there. I really do.
It's legit.
If we can play
that's what
good,
made me think of it, bro.
If we can play good, I mean, I guess ours is a little bit more positive spin of like everything goes right for us. Akello plays awesome. Levi, he does what he was brought in here to do. Cam Sutton goes back to the slot, also plays well. And like everyone else is the more realistic of, you're right. Peters, not the same. Newsome, Greedy Williams, hit or miss. And then Eli Apple comes step back down to earth. Awuzie, who knows what happens with him. Mike Hilton, I mean, he's steady, but like the slot corner, if those outside corners aren't doing anything, it's not the same type of impact.
No, 100%,
so that's what I mean. I think at the end of the year, we could be saying we're number one, especially with how our pass rush is too. But if we're looking at the units as a whole, I think right now I'd have us like 3. I think I'd have us in that 3 range.
Yeah. All right. For me, man.
And that might be even a little bit optimistic over the Bengals guys.
So,
but I like what Akello did last year.
Yeah.
At the end of the year versus, let's just say, Awuzie or like Eli Apple as their top cornerback. Wallace is solid. I mean,
No, he definitely is. No question.
Being up in Buffalo, like he was really good these last 2 years.
Yeah, I'm trying to. We kept getting these freaky bots in the day on chat, man. I was trying to multitask to get rid of them, and you was like sending it back to me to talk. I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't ready yet, man.
Because the Browns even drafted it.
You keep talking. These bots they getting wild in here, man.
Browns even drafted a dude this year too. I forget what his name is, but they're loading up on their defense recently.
Yeah. All right, so now I'm good. Now
go for it.
I done got the freaks
say
up
what you got to
say.
say.
You know what I'm saying? They was getting butt booty in there, and I was like, I don't want all that with y'all passing out, man. Y'all keep that. Deke don't need it right now either, all right? His mouth hurt. But for me, man, I kind of agree with you. Well, actually, I do agree with you a lot. In the sense of, if we're talking about us, we are that like outlier, because yes, our body of work in terms of Akello, Levi, and Cam isn't already proven to the same extent as some of these other guys. But when you talk about the projection, or when you talk about why we're optimistic about them, you can make a case that they should be higher up. But for me, man, I had them at number 3 as well. The way that I ended up doing it, and then before I went with the Cincinnati Bengals, mainly because I don't believe in Eli Apple replicating what he did last season. I thought that was an outlier, man. I don't think any of us were expecting Eli to play the way that he did last year. But I need to see that again for me to truly believe that. Obviously, Chidobe, we know who he is, and he could ball out. And I'm a big Mike Hilton fan. Like, that's my dude right there. But because they don't have that bona fide Denzel Ward, Marlon Humphrey, or Marcus Peters, that's the difference for me. And like I said, when your best guy is Eli Apple, and he definitely played extremely well, I seen that shoe fall off too many times with him, man. So I don't believe what I saw from him last season. So that's why I had them at number 4. I wanted to put the Steelers higher, but I legit can't, unfortunately, man. Like, because it's more of the optimism and speculation when I'm talking about, can Akello replicate what he did at the end of the season? If I'd already seen that happen for the full season, or even for 10 games, I think it's a different conversation. I don't have a problem being more confident in him. It's just the sample size was small. Levi, super consistent. Honestly, I think that he could be our version of how Steven Nelson was for us. When Steven came here.
I was gonna say this. He might be the best second corner.
That's what I'm saying.
Out of all these teams.
Yeah, he's on that level because Marcus Peters is coming back from injury, so we don't know what that's gonna look like. Greedy is good, but to me, I don't think Greedy has caught to where Levi is just yet. So that's the thing that I do like about when we talk about Levi Wallace and what he's been able to do. And then at the slot spot, Cam Sutton. We know Cam. Cam has shown that he can play on the outside, but if you're taking the outside corner and putting him on the inside, I like that a little bit, man. I think that adds to it. Now, if I'm comparing Cam Sutton versus Kyle Fuller, Greg Newsome, and Mike Hilton, that's kind of tight. That's kind of tight right there, man.
I'd have him over Fuller.
See, I don't think I would. Man. And that's
Newsome too. This is potentially going to be his first year in the slot.
Right.
They're going to move him inside. Yeah. Is what they're saying. Yeah, it's tough. Cam Sutton. I think he's solid though. Right. I think he's solid.
And it's not a knock on Cam. I think it's just a testament to the slot corners. Those names that we're listing off right there, that's a high quality group right there, man.
Yeah, Hilton got paid $7 million.
Absolutely. That's a
Cam Sutton we signed for what was it? $4 million?
Yeah.
$4 million a year?
Yeah. It's a little different. But at number 2, man, I went Cleveland here at 2 solely because I'd want to see them get to that point where they can be, okay, the target is on y'all and y'all still live up to it. We've seen Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters do that, where you're coming into a season, you're like, yo, we know those two dudes right there, and they still lived up to it. And in some cases, like Marlon, exceeded expectations. I need to see can Denzel Ward put it together consistently enough to match Marlon Humphrey. I need to see can Greedy Williams potentially grow into what a Marcus Peters was. Maybe not to the turnover element of it, but can he be that type of number 2 opposite of Denzel? And Greg Newsome, like you said, he's new to the slot. Whereas Cal's been doing this. Now, Cal, I don't think that Cal is going to I don't think he's going here anymore, but he's still here. I don't think that
he's going to somehow resurrect his career.
Absolutely.
With the Ravens.
We know this. He's not. I don't think he's going to know that. I think he's going to be right in this area, man.
Like the Anquan Boldin type of
it's
shit.
going to be that smooth,
Mike Wallace.
like just making plays, and you're like, bruh, how, why?
Steve Smith.
Exactly. Just keep naming them. That's how it goes, bro. You know it.
Those are our receivers, though. I don't know if they got the whole slot corner factory just yet.
I don't know, man. But who did they put out there last year? Averett.
Yeah, no, he was pretty good. He actually wasn't bad.
Yep. So we shall see.
And they've been rolling as like Jimmy Smith is their third guy for how long?
Even at the safety position, when Earl Thomas, him and his brother, they went on their sabbatical. I forgot the dude they just threw out there, and it was like, who was this dude? And he was nice. He was hooping. You know what I mean? So they find ways, man. But that's the reason why I had the Browns at number 2, because I just need to see. Now that they're going to continue to get talked about, they're going to continue to have expectations. Can you develop, or can you produce on that type of level? Because I've seen Baltimore do it, and that's why I had them at number 1, man.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me because I really want to put us at 1.
Yeah.
But if we're saying right now, and if you're saying like everything's fine for every cornerback unit, like everything goes right, I don't know if I could have us at 1 right now. But don't count us out for being 1 at the end of the season, because I everything we laid out, I think there's a realistic way it happens.
Yeah.
I really do, because I could see the Ravens, like Peter, he's not going to be the same. I could see that happening. And as I mentioned with Kyle Fuller, he's not on the same trajectory that he's been on in his career. Greedy Williams, Greg Newsome, uncertainty there as well. Denzel Ward, I think's overrated. Awuzie, Eli Apple, one-hit wonders.
I like how my man went straight shots at everybody. I'm like, all right, let's get it, man. Let's get it.
But, I mean, they could, let's just say these rival teams are ripping on the Steelers. Yeah. They could be saying similar things about us. Who the hell is Cam Sutton? Like,
who was this, a Kello guy?
Never even heard of this guy.
He was just traded right when he signed his contract a year ago.
Yeah, and Levi Wallace, he's solid. He's solid, but if he's their best, like, I don't know. Yeah. I get it. Mm-hmm. But I have a lot of faith in our cornerback room this year. I think our defense is like, that might be the thing too. Our defense as a whole elevates
everything else.
The cornerback status amongst the rest of the other AFC North cornerback rooms.
Fair enough.
That could happen. I already said that too, but I think we're going to be looking highly upon this cornerback position.
If not, we're going to be pissed off with this defense otherwise. So we better be looking at them like that. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So shoot, man. I guess we are on to the final. Unless we had any supers that popped in, I don't see. I think we got one. Might have came through.
Yeah. Who is it? Is it just one?
Yeah, I think it was just
Let's
one.
go, UW.
Was it him? It was something about Eli, right?
Yeah. Eli Appleday keeps the Super Bowl win away. They love those memes.
Bro, it's Eli.
The burnt toast one.
Bro, y'all can believe that hype y'all want to. I've seen that too many times, man. I'm like, I am not falling for that Eli Apple. You done fooled me too many times. I ain't falling for it, baby.
Hey, do we have we got some rankings here. Isaiah Aguilar.
Oh, let's get it. Yeah.
Says 1 Ravens, 2 Browns, 3 Bengals, and then he says 4 us. LOL, it sucks, but it's true as of right now.
Okay, let me see. I thought I did see actually another ranking. Good call on that. Oh, man.
I'm not.
Or maybe that was
else.
the one that I saw.
Think that was the other
I
one.
think that was one I saw too. Yeah, good call.
No one else.
Yeah, because
Isaiah
I'm seeing
Aguilar.
people rank like Mel Blount versus Prime and Rod Woodson and stuff like that. But yeah.
All right, we got Robert Bennett. I got one here.
Okay.
Number 1 Ravens, best 2 outside cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Bengals at 2, solid with the best nickel. 3 Browns, 4 Steelers. Trevin K says 1 Ravens, 2 Browns, 3 Bengals, 4 Steelers. Luckily, having the best safety in the NFL brings our DB room up to 2.
Well, I was gonna ask because like when we started including safeties, Baltimore. I mean,
Yeah, they got Kyle Hamilton.
it's like
Brown safeties aren't bad either.
And we know the Bengals. I mean, they got a squad. That's why I was like, I don't know if it like moves it like crazily. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. That might put the Ravens over the Browns for me.
Yeah.
And it's a weird
Because
scenario.
I already have the
because,
Ravens at 1, so that's why it's not gonna move them for me for that. But Cincy is the one where I'm like, if I'm comparing our DBs or our 3 corners only, I make the case for Steelers because I don't necessarily believe in Eli Apple all the way. But then when we're starting to compare, okay, now they got these
Bates
2,
and
we
Bell.
got these. You know what I mean? It's like,
and they drafted what's his face from Michigan.
So the Dax Hill.
Yeah.
So it's like that's where I'm like, I don't know. We start going there. I don't. That make it a little harder too. Yeah.
Dude, why am I like so conflicted with this? Because you could be listing off these names and stuff, but I still take our guys. I honestly think we're going to perform really well this year.
You're supposed to. That's called pride in your team. That's called believing in your team. That's why even when I'm up here and I talk, I'm like, yo, I still believe our guys can get it done. I still think we can do this.
Yeah.
That's it. The only difference is you are a little bit more like radical with it, but that's the fan part, whereas I'm a little bit more reserved because just as a player, I don't like to just throw all that out there because I just know how crazy that joint gets at times. You know what I mean? But no, you should feel confident in our guys, man. We do have legit guys. Like, to me, Levi, I love that pickup, man. Akella, what he was able to do, I love that. Cam Sutton, if you're talking about him no longer being on the outside, him being a slot corner predominantly or mainly, I love him in the slot. He was one of the reasons why they even were saying, hey, man, we can move on from Mike Hilton in a sense, because it's like, yo, this guy can do this extremely well. Hilton does this extremely well, but he does this extremely well. So you should. But at the same time, I don't fault those that are a little bit more pessimistic. They are a little bit more, I need to see more of it. Can you do it, for more than 5 games? Can you play like this, Cam Sutton in the slot, when you're not going to be having a Mike Hilton to do some of the physical blitzing and some of the rundown stuff? What does that look like? You know what I mean? So I can see both sides of it, but no, you should feel good about it, though. You should feel confident.
Well, we got some good teams in the AFC North. That's
and
really what it is.
That's also a good thing, too. Like, I'm glad you said
Yeah, we
that.
don't got no bottom feeders right now.
I'm glad you said it, because I do feel like at times when we're talking about our guys, if it's the thought process, if they're not at number 1 at everything, then we're not supporting them. But it's like, this division is not like you said, a bottom feeder division. You know what I mean? This is a division that we do got some teams in here. We do happen to have some special players on both, actually all 3 phases. I was about to say on both sides of the ball, but in all 3 phases, you talk about even kickers. 3 of the NFL's best kickers is right in this division. Think about that, bro. Yeah.
True. Yeah,
like,
you could have them top 3 of the,
you see what I'm
5,
saying?
whatever. Yeah.
So it's like, this division is not a cupcake division. This division is stacked with players, teams, like, and that's what you want. That's what makes it fun. That's the part for me that I'm excited about. And it's going to be a different approach because we don't have the Big Ben name with us anymore, but we still have pieces. We still have guys who it's like, yo, all right, we can win this way. It ain't the traditional way, but no, you can definitely win that way, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're caught up on the super chats.
All right.
Finish that topic, correct?
All right. Yeah, I think we're good because Eli was the last one. I didn't see any new ones come in. So, yeah, let's do it, man. All right. Final topic. We did get the ESPN power rankings for, not even power rankings, but they were ranking all of these skill players by team, right? So for us, they would be saying essentially, hey, man, whoever's at quarterback, whether it's Mitch or Kenny, but you got Najee, Pat.
Yeah, they're not
the
including
receivers,
quarterback
right? They're
at
not
all.
including the quarterbacks, just strictly the running back, tight ends, receivers, all right? So with that being the case, though, all 32 teams, this is pretty cool. So I liked it a lot, man. So this is why we're going to talk about it today. And
so he's got some caveats too.
he does, right? Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Well, I don't have my ESPN Plus on my computer. It's on my phone. Hold on, I got it.
What's your password? What's your password, bro?
I ain't saying that.
Let me just type
Come
it
on.
in. Let me just.
No. All right.
Man,
Hold
you're
on.
so secretive all of a sudden. Deke, what's going on with
Let
you,
me
man?
read some of these caveats. He says we're only thinking about performance in 2022.
Yeah.
So he's projecting.
Yeah, nothing ahead of that. Like in the sense of not, who has the longer upside career, just 2022. Mm-hmm.
Also says injury history, holdouts, and suspensions matter.
Yes.
So you could be projecting this guy's going to get banged up.
Mm-hmm. Or no, and not you're projecting he's going to get banged up, but what he's saying in the sense of what you talked about Marcus Peters. Is Marcus Peters come back from a high ankle sprain or is he come back from a significant injury? So that's why, like, if you were talking about the Ravens, you could be like, hey, man, I'm not as high because I think that he's going to take a little bit longer. If you're talking about the New Orleans Saints, what does Michael Thomas look like, right? If you're thinking about the Cardinals, man, Hop gone for 6. So, like, that type of stuff, yeah.
Wide receivers are more heavily weighted than running backs or tight ends. The league values wide receivers at a different tier than other skill positions. That's his basis. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
Well,
maybe I agree with it. Hold on.
I think it's different because we have Najee.
Maybe no.
Like
I was
when we
gonna
had
say
AB, we would say that AB mattered more than L. Bell, even though they both were elite and they both mattered a ton. AB was AB. We talk about running backs being replaceable. I think that's what he's saying.
Sure, it's.
Running backs are. We're only saying that differently now because we have a running back that we are going to be rolling with for the next couple of years, hopefully, in terms of Najee Harris. But outside of that, that's why everybody's always like, yo, you're not supposed to take running backs in the first round. You can just get them wherever. It doesn't matter. Like, they don't matter. I don't agree with that per se 100%, but that is the league-wide consensus. Contracts show that. When we talk about no running backs getting paid since L. Bell, Gurley, and those guys, that's why.
I think it's just every dude should matter on your offensive repertoire.
Stop. You don't even believe that, though.
I do.
No, you don't.
When we're talking like this, I'm just looking at guys. I'm looking at names. Who you got?
Mm-hmm.
Who you got? You list off names? Yeah. All right, cool. You got them.
No. And
you get what I mean? Like, Najee's part of it, bro.
He never said he wasn't. He just simply said, for example.
That's our plus versus other teams that don't have running backs. It's a minus for them.
So, for example, if a team has Jamar Chase and we have Najee Harris, a Jamar Chase is more impactful because of what he's able to do at that position. Whereas with Najee, even though he's going to be a top-notch player and he's proven that, the impact is different. That's all. And you know this. It's just that Najee is our guy.
I don't know if I agree.
You weren't hollering this when we was looking over here.
Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor.
These are outliers. Who else are you naming? Those are outliers.
Bell in his prime's another good example.
And think about how long ago that was. These are outliers.
But if you think Najee's going to be on that type of path this year, then
and that's fine.
I don't get it. Yeah. I just don't get why. Hey, running backs don't matter. That's going to be a key part of our offense.
It didn't matter. You're just spotlighting that part. He said that's a part of the equation. In that, hey, I do weight receivers more than running backs, but the NFL has already proven it. That's the case. Which why they pay those guys more than they pay the others.
They might be making mistakes.
Only saying that because of Najee, though. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Travis Kelce, you want to talk about impact, man? It's up there.
Yeah, but you're only going to be able to name 5. Think about it. You're going to name 5 tight ends. We can name 15 to 20 receivers that are going to have impact like that.
That's why I'm talking about how valuable the top guys are, though.
But that's why he's saying, if you're not one of them top 5 guys, I'm not trying to hear about the 10th best tight end. Give me the 15th best wide receiver with the 10th best tight end. And I think that's the point that he's trying to make right there, bro.
All right, we got. Yeah. I'm not mentioning every single player as well. So you got probably your top 4, 5, 6 guys.
Yeah.
Efficiency matters. I don't know what that means, and I don't care.
You do know what efficiency means.
I don't care.
You don't like it because your guys aren't efficient. That's why.
No, he's throwing some new age stats out there and bullshit analytics. I don't want to hear it. Can this guy play ball? That's what I want to know. Don't give me all this bullshit. That's what he's trying. He's trying to confuse people. He's trying to throw some analytics wizardry at you and shit.
He's helping us personally.
All right, we going through this list.
We'll go first off where the Steelers are, number 1 team, and then division teams. How about that? Unless you want to read down all 32.
No.
Yeah,
why don't we do like top 10 too?
All right, yeah, do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, do top 10. Number 1, obviously, Steelers in the AFC North.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're at 12.
Yep.
Steelers are at 12. And ahead of them, they have the Cowboys at 11, Bills at 10, Dolphins at 9, Eagles at 8, Rams at 7, Chargers at 6, Bucks at 5, Vikings at 4, and 49ers at 3, Raiders 2, Bengals 1. 49ers is a joke. Joke at 3, seriously. And then
Hold on. I'm trying to think. They got Debo, they got Ayuk. Who's the
Mitchell. That's it.
Who's the other running back? Sermon. No, he's still out there. Yeah,
they don't have Mostert anymore. It might
he's
be
in Miami now.
Mitchell was their guy down the stretch.
Kittle.
They still have Kittle.
Yeah,
that's it. Juszczyk, Ray McLeod now. Come on.
Juszczyk? Are we Juszczyk and Kittle? They ain't nice. You was just hollering about running backs. Juszczyk isn't in that. As a fullback, he ain't one of them top dudes.
No, but
that don't count.
This is why this guy's an idiot. This is why this guy's an idiot. He's talking about the receiver value so high and stuff. They got 49ers at 3. The reason you got 49ers at 3 is because of Kittle.
And
you can't
Debo.
but
we not gonna consider Debo.
What'd we say about 2022 for Debo? It ain't gonna be the same.
But it's still.
So he needs
Debo,
to have some foresight to know that.
We still saw what Debo did last year.
Ayuk, are you kidding me?
He's not good.
He's fine, but I mean, to
what
get
am I
49ers
missing?
at 3.
Well, tell me who you would have in front of him there.
I mean, probably every team here.
Explain it. I need to hear this because we know what Debo Samuel did, so I need somebody that's going to take over that. I know who George Kittle is. It's only a handful of receivers that are even in a conversation with him.
So Vikings are at 4. I would easily put them over the Niners.
Okay, and why is that? Thielen is coming off of an injury. He's had the same ankle injury that Michael Thomas has had. We saw Mike ain't been the same since then. Well, we know Justin Jefferson, but Justin, I can't clearly say, he's that much years ahead of Debo Samuel. Debo put together a hot season last year. He only got a small sample, but he got.
I got Jefferson at 3 on my receivers. I got him way higher than Debo.
Yeah, and see, I didn't. I had him with 6 or 7 on my
Dalvin
list.
Cook, way better than any 49ers running back.
Fair enough.
Irv Smith,
not
a bad tight end. Not
a bad tight end. Close to George Kittle. And who's checked? Who has Juszczyk? Nobody.
CJ Ham.
Not even close.
CJ Ham's not bad.
Stop it. Next say Derek Watt. Come on, man.
The Vikings receiver, I don't even think it's close between Debo and Ayuk versus Thielen and Jefferson. It's not even close.
But Thielen isn't healthy.
He'll be fine.
Then how do you figure? Where's your sample size? Because if
he still had double-digit tight ends or touchdowns last year.
Okay.
He's good.
Okay. And when he came back, he did what? Came right back out, then went right back out. Because the injury is not one that you just coming back from.
He's going to be fine.
All right, we'll see, man.
He's going to be fine. I just think the 49ers are way too high. I mean, even talk about the Bucks, Evans and Godwin, I'll take over 49ers receivers all day.
But what about the rest of it? Because it's not just the receivers. It's not just the Fournette's 260 right now. We're going to take a 260-pound Fournette? Stop that.
Fournette's fine.
Oh, my.
Russell Gage is their third receiver.
Uh-huh.
Who's the 49ers' third receiver? Ray.
We
saw how that worked out for us last year.
Who's George Kittle's answer over there?
Dude, but this is what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, he's talking about rating the receivers and stuff so high. It doesn't even make sense with his own rankings.
So think about when you do QB ratings, what do you say? You say, I look at eyeball tests, I look at stats, I look at this, I look at that, right? You don't say that one is the only thing that matters more than the other. You say all of that. And that's what this dude said, man. Why you acting like you can't understand that, Deke?
But he's not. Because Kittle's the reason 49ers are that high. I'll give him that.
Kittle and who? So Juszczyk is a nice.
He's a nice piece.
Bruh, he's a nice piece in the day, Lord.
It ain't like that, though, dude.
Okay.
It ain't like that.
Hey, man, if you was hating on him, let me know, man. All right, that's cool.
All right. So where we going Steelers with AFC North teams then? Where we stack up?
Sure, yeah, because we were at 12. So actually, let's read off what they said about us, too. And I actually have that pulled up.
All right. They got.
Unless do you have it or no?
No, I don't have it pulled up.
Right.
I'm trying to find the teams, though. They got Ravens way down. So it looks like they got Ravens at 4 out of the AFC North. Browns at 3. Am I reading this wrong? Steelers at 2.
And then Bengals at in the division, yeah.
Where's the Bengals at?
1.
Oh, yeah, they're at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so we're 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Oh, no, remember? This don't work. This don't make sense. This is dumb. Yeah. This list can't make sense, man. We got
For the
Najee and these
49ers?
guys over the
Yeah,
over the Browns, man. What we doing here, man?
The 49ers are stupid, yes. But no, Bengals at 1. They got Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and Joe Mixon. And they just signed Hayden Hurst, who's a pretty decent tight end. So that's good. Us at 2, between the Browns. Yeah, I agree with that too.
So what's the difference? We can't say Najee. They got Nick Chubb.
Huh?
And then they also got Kareem Hunt.
They don't got receivers.
They got Amari Cooper.
That's fine. Outside of him,
Fair.
they don't got much.
Yeah.
They don't got much. And Njoku as their tight end? No way. Not especially if we're talking 2022.
I'm with you.
Still waiting for Njoku to break out.
Okay.
This is like 3 years later.
Okay.
He's been in the league. Yeah, Fryman's gonna have an awesome year. Yeah, I think it's fair. Browns over the Ravens though too. Yeah, for sure. I think that's in terms of AFC North that listed off pretty right.
Okay.
Bengals 1, Steelers 2, Browns 3, Ravens 4. They got no one now. They traded Marquise Brown.
Yeah. They just J.K. Dobbins and the receiver Bateman. That's it. And we gotta see what he looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Oh, and Gus Edwards, he's coming back too. But yeah, that tandem isn't the same as because Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. That tandem right there. Yeah, that speaks for itself.
So how would you order them then? The AFC North.
We're either at 2 or 3. I would lean 2 because I like Chase Claypool as our number 2 compared to what Cleveland has as their number 2 opposite Amari. But it's still like I'm looking at this is my biggest dilemma. Is Chase as the number 2 receiver enough that I discount a Kareem Hunt as that number 2 back? Because to me, I'm asking myself, is Chase Claypool's, whether we're talking what we're expecting from him or however we want to word it, versus what I've seen and what I know Kareem Hunt is capable of as well. That's my big part because to me, Amari Cooper and Deontay, we can say that's a wash. If you want to say Najee and Nick Chubb is a wash, cool. But that's the part for me where I'm like, because even with Pat, we're still projecting with Pat, and I'm sure they would project with Njoku. Fine. But even if you want to say that was a wash, at the end of the day, to me, it comes down to how I view Chase versus how I view Kareem Hunt. Now, to me personally, I have us at 2 because I do think that Chase is going to get more opportunities because he's not having to split a backfield or split touches. Whereas with Kareem, he does. We know he's not going to be their bell cow. Even though he's capable of it, they're just not going to use him like that. But that's always my big dilemma when I'm thinking about him just in that capacity.
Let's not forget Pickens too.
Once again, we're just projecting though, and that's fine.
Because even their third guy, Anthony Schwartz, Peoples-Jones, he didn't have a bad year. They drafted David Bell.
They've done, but like Peoples-Jones, for example, like he's not move the needle name, but he's
Pickens
still a good
over
player.
Him all day,
yeah, we haven't even seen Pickens play in the league just yet. That's all I'm saying. I feel you though, and yeah, by the end of this year, it'll be clear, hopefully. But at the end of the day, one dude has produced already, and one is coming into the league. So that's all.
Yeah, they got Browns actually like pretty low, and I think they got him at like 20, huh?
But and this is the only part I didn't agree with their rating in terms of their overall rating. You're not including quarterbacks in this conversation, so I just don't think that when we're naming the 10, like even how I view Chubb and Hunt and Cooper, I don't think that they're a top 5 or even a top 10 offensive talent group, but I still think that, I don't know, I just like them a little bit better because of what Nick Chubb can do. But when you're talking about the context of it, this goes back to what we're talking about at the beginning of this thing. Hey, man, when you're talking about receivers versus running backs and impact for both positions, yes, there is a difference. That's all. But that's his list, man.
Should the Steelers be higher? We're at 12. Cowboys ahead of us. James Washington, C.D. Lamb, Gallup, Zeke, Pollard, Schultz. Bills, Diggs, Davis, Cook, Crowder, Singletary, Dawson Knox. Dolphins, Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert.
Definitely not. I think Dolphins are a little...
Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Gesicki.
I would put the Dolphins at a better ranking, especially if we're not including the quarterback. When you're just talking about their skill position, they got one of them groups where you're looking like, okay, tight end, Gesicki. That's all pro caliber. That's what he is. talk about the wide receiver room. We know Tyreek. We know about young Jalen. It's like, man, yeah, that's real. And then even in the backfield, Raheem Mostert, that's your speed guy. You already know we talked about with Chase Edmonds coming over from Arizona. And then you still got Sonny Michel, who's like the quiet third dude for them right now.
Eagles, Sanders, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Watkins.
Dallas Goedert, how you feel?
Jalen Reagor, too, as like their fourth guy.
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert, yeah.
They
might have to go up a little bit.
I like them.
I'd put them probably over the
Quez was
Rams
nice,
and Chargers, maybe.
Yeah.
Rams, I mean, Kupp's carrying them at this point.
Because they got rid of Woods. Yeah.
Woods and Beckham are gone. They do have Allen Robinson. Akers is going to be back. Higbee. Like, they're solid. That Eagles,
it ain't
though.
the same like that, though.
The Eagles might have to go up. And even the Chargers with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, then they just have Eckler and Gerald Everett as their tight end. They don't really have a receiver 3 like that. Yeah, I might be with you on the Dolphins, too. Bump them up.
Yeah.
I could see Steelers over Cowboys, Bills. Najee. Hold on. Let's just.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
I didn't want to do 2 comparisons here. We'll just say over the Bills, just for the fun of it. Why not?
All right, let me.
Najee over Singletary.
Okay.
Muth over Knox, and Knox is good though. I'm not disrespecting Knox. Knox is fine.
But why did you just say Singletary?
Huh? They have Cook. Yeah, that's
no,
fine.
they use all the dudes. So it wasn't just Singletary. It was Singletary and Zach Moss, and then they're also going to use James Cook as well.
Well, I'm hearing Moss is on the trading block.
But is he traded just yet?
I guess not.
All right.
Jamison Crowder versus Pickens. I'll take Pickens over him. He's fine. He's a good slot receiver.
I like you.
Diggs versus
Diggs
Deontay. Definitely Diggs, but then I'm taking Claypool over Gabriel Davis. So I think that's us. And I do something similar with the Cowboys.
That's the difference because I'm definitely I like Gabriel over Chase right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cowboys would be similar too. I mean, you could probably say CD, Deontay, Wash. Gallup versus Claypool. That's actually probably close too.
I think. Hold on. Who you like
coming
right
into
there?
2022?
Who you like right there? Yeah, because
Gallup's been better. Gallup's been better.
But Gallup is coming off of injury.
Actually, I don't even know if he's been better. I don't know if Gallup's had a season like Claypool's rookie year. He's had a 1,000-yard year. I don't think he's had the touchdowns like that, though, if I can remember correctly. That's close.
Because Pickens doesn't have a 1,000-yard receiving season yet.
11 touchdowns rookie year, though. And he had 800 last year. As much as we were like, Claypool, you sucked last year. Still at 800, you know?
I'm with you.
I'll take Pickens over James Washington.
Okay.
Ooh, Schultz is pretty good, too, versus Fryman. That's actually pretty close. Najee's the X factor. Najee over Zeke. Najee over whatever running backs they're putting out there.
You funny.
Actually, that's not bad. That's not. I think, end of the day, we're at a decent spot. To have us at 12, I don't think it's like that disrespectful.
I just don't understand why you bash the list so much then.
49ers are bad. I don't like his reasoning. I think if you
But that's part of the reason why the Steelers are up there.
With the receivers?
Yeah, because he likes Deontay and Claypool a lot.
Yeah, but even I'm even saying with that, even if everyone's equal, I think we're in a decent spot. I just don't. I don't know. I don't get his reasoning. I really don't.
Fair enough.
Seahawks are right below us. Theirs isn't bad. Deke, Lockett, Kenneth Walker, Rashad Penny. Just brought in Goodwin as their third guy.
See, that's
not a bad one.
Once again,
Broncos are good too.
The part that keeps making this a little bit difficult too is when you say no quarterback. We're not including quarterbacks because we can't go with the argument of, well, who's getting them the ball? You know what I mean? It's like, all right, we don't know. That doesn't matter. Just talent for talent, player for player. Yeah.
Bengals at 1, we're good with. They got Raiders at 2.
Raiders low key, man. What you got? Devontae, you got Hunter Renfrow, you got Waller, you got Jacobs, you have is Drake still out there, right?
Yeah, Drake is 2, and they just brought in Keelan Cole.
Yeah, they. You like Cincy at 1 though? Chase, Higgins, Boyd, Mixon.
It's close.
Dang, what's the tight end?
Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, Hurst. Yeah.
I mean, the tight end would be the X factor. I think they'll put the Raiders over the top with Waller.
Ooh.
Josh Jacobs,
you
though,
like Jacobs over
Mixon?
Mixon?
No. I'm saying he's worse.
Like, whoa. Okay,
I'm saying Waller would be the X factor. That would put Raiders over the top, I think.
Talk receivers then. So you're going Devontae over Chase.
Let's just say Wash.
Okay, Wash. Higgins and
Higgins
and Renfrow?
Is Higgins 2 then? So
Higgins could be 2, but then that means Boyd is 3?
Yeah. Renfro and Higgins are probably tied.
So who's their Boyd?
Yeah, but Bengals got the Boyd for sure. So that's
Raiders have the tight end.
There.
Raiders have the tight end. Bengals running back and obviously the third receiver. Sheesh. Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Either way, this is a good list though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. You ain't gotta bash this dude
Not the
like
49ers.
that, man. This isn't a PFF. Like the PFF list would have been worse. This I could get with this. I can understand this a little bit better.
Here's what he needs to do for his intro. These are the guys that can play football. This is how I'm ranking it. That's all he needs to say.
Nah, because then it's going to be a person complaining with that. And that's why, at the end of the day, you do what makes you happy. Because there's always going to be somebody complaining, even when it benefits their team.
Get us in the top 10. There's your case.
They got you at 12.
It's not bad. Yeah, I think that's the range.
What?
I think that's the range.
12.
I think that's the range right now, between like 10 and 12. Because, I mean, if you're the Seahawks Broncos, you might even have a little case for yourself to be a little bit higher. So I'm fine with 12.
Let's see, Broncos, man, what?
Cardinals ain't bad either.
Judy out there. Hold on, let's see. You got Judy. We know you got, what,
Javonte and Melvin Gordon.
Melvin. Yeah, so two backs out there.
Judy Hamler, Sutton.
Who's the tight? That's the tight end.
Alberto. And then Tim Patrick's not a bad receiver either, as your like fourth guy.
KJ, yeah, forgot about KJ. Yeah, he's another one.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good little group there. Low key, Lions. Amon St. Brown.
Yeah, because you said no quarterback.
DJ Chark, Jamison Williams, DeAndre Swift, and TJ Hawkinson.
They low key. They on paper, yeah.
That's not a terrible little core. They got him in the teens.
Yeah,
they're not,
and they're just talking skill because there's no O line, there's no quarterback, there's no nothing else. It's just skill position.
How do you feel about the Chiefs here? That
Chiefs,
they're in the teens. Juju, MVS.
It makes sense.
Kelsey,
you look at what they
Sky Moore, Hardman,
on.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah,
they're praying one of those receivers emerge.
Yeah, that don't look too good right there, man. But once again, their ranking is low because you don't include Mahomes. If Mahomes is included, we're not talking about them being that low. We're like, yo, it's Mahomes with those weapons. He'll figure it out.
The whole offense.
Yeah, but it's strictly just those skill position guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun.
No, I like it right there, though, man. Shout out.
What else we got?
Man. Shoot, that should be it for today. If I remember correctly.
Read some of these super chats.
Heck yeah, man. Let's read them and then we go and get up out of this thing, man.
Okay.
It says, training camp starting, baby. We got work to do. Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Okay, we got one good here. Steeler Nation on fire. Brown signing Josh Rosen? ? Cap is a better player than Rosen. Even Cam, there are other QBs in the market.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking dual threat, those guys give you more mobility. But with Rosen, if you're the Browns, you might be saying to yourself, all right, Deshaun is our mobile guy. If he comes back, we're great. We know that. But the next mobile guy you have is Dobbs. So you kind of already have your little athlete vibe right there. You got Brissett. So it's like, all right, you want to bring in an arm. Like, all right, who can pass the best out of those guys? To me, Rosen does make sense. And when you're talking about bringing in that fourth guy, regardless of how talented or not talented they are, I'm sure for Cleveland, they're already dealing with the Deshaun Watson situation. Bringing in Kaepernick over there is only going to add to it. Bringing Cam Newton over there is only going to add to it. Josh Rosen, former teammate, you're not going to have anything to worry about. He gonna sit right over there. He gonna read his little playbook. He can go out there and practice, and that's it. He ain't doing nothing. You ain't got to worry about him saying anything. You ain't got to worry about no protesting for right, wrong, or whatever. So I do think that also could be played into this as well if you're Cleveland. Could you imagine Cleveland right now bringing in Colin Kaepernick? Like, just think about how crazy it already is since they're practicing now. I mean, I'm looking at the clips. They got Deshaun walking across the street, and I'm like, bro, y'all keep that man safe while all this is going on, because who knows? People is crazy right now, man. But you bring Cap out there on top of that? Man, what? You bring Cam Newton on top of it? Like, yo, it'd be too much.
Hey,
to me personally.
Go for it.
I mean, I'll be down for it. Help us out. Heck yeah. But that would be a lot if you're Cleveland, though, man.
I feel like the Rosen signing is just more like taking a flyer.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt you. He was a top 10 pick.
And it's quiet.
How old is he now? Is he like 24, 25? Maybe they're just seeing what he's still got.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was. There could be worse signings to make.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's quiet. They're not going to have any additional protesting or anything like that going on out there because of the Josh signing. So shout out to Josh.
Okay. Kyle Monier says, my top 10 Steelers corners. Oh, this is This is a hot take here. 1 Mel Blount, 2 Rod
Whoa,
Woodson.
I got a grievance already.
3 Deshae Townsend.
I was about to say I got a grievance already. Keep going.
Deshae was nice, but I don't know about 3. 4
That's
Ike
the
Taylor.
back end of this list that gets me, man.
5 Dwayne Woodruff. 6 Chad Scott. 7 Carnell Lake. I don't know about that. I mean, he was kind of corner safety. 8 Willie Gay. 9 Joe Hayden. 10 Brian McFadden.
I'm assuming he has to be talking about just their Steelers career. That would have to be.
Joe Hayden, I'd still have. I'd have Joe Hayden a little higher. I'd have him over Willie Gay, I think.
Whoa. In their Steelers tenure?
Yeah, Joe Hayden made a couple Pro Bowl. I mean, he was the difference maker for us. Cornerback 1.
Big play, though?
He had his moments.
Big play?
He'd have his moments.
Missed the pick 6?
He got toasted a little bit early on in his career.
Mr. Pick 6? That guy?
That was an epic year, but I'm just telling you.
Mr. Pick 6?
He got toasted a little bit here and there early on.
Deuce? Come
He was
on,
good.
man.
I'm telling
That
you, he got
big play
toasted a
Will
little
Gay,
bit.
man. Come on, man. Hey, gunfighters get shot, man. It happens, bro.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Gunfighters get shot, man. But that big play, baby.
I'd have Hayden over him, though. I'd have Hayden over Chad Scott, too, for sure. I don't know, but yeah, probably even over Woodruff.
Okay.
Yeah, Hayden, I think, is in the top 4 or 5.
See, because
Deshae is not in the top 3, in my
This is
opinion.
my biggest thing, like, when I'm talking Joe. Do I take full body? Because, like, I love all the Cleveland Joe with Pittsburgh. I mix them all together. That's my thing. But I'm just like, dang, if we just talking Steelers tenure, Joe was an absolute dog here. Joe has what? One Pro Bowl or 2 Pro Bowls?
He's got 2.
2 Pro Bowls here.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
If I had to bet money.
Bro, I love Deucey out there, though, bro.
He might only have 1.
I love Deucey out there. And Deucey got hardware, too. He was a part of one.
He was our weak link on that defense.
He was still a part of one. He was a part of one. He was out there. He was a part of one.
He did make some big plays.
Yeah,
I remember.
And
I
that's when he
remember
had
Mike
the dreads.
Tomlin.
He had to cut the hair.
Big play,
You saw
Willie
when
Gay.
he cut the dreads off, the play went better. All right, just the hair. It was slowing him down. Chill out. It's the hair. It's Deucey though, bro. It's like, bro, I'm gonna tell you.
What, you think he should be higher?
If we're talking just Steelers, I have Deucey higher on my
Where
list.
you have him over who?
I
Ike?
think that no. Ike is the one that's in front of him.
You have him over Woodruff.
That's 5'6"
Okay.
5'6". That's because Ike. I gotta keep Ike.
I feel like Lake's low though.
But are you feeling Lake more of a corner or a safety?
I don't know.
That's my other part. Yeah,
there's Hall of Fame cases for him.
I'm with you.
People are making not saying he should get in or not, but
Yeah.
Willie Gay's not in that stratosphere right now.
No, not even close. But this is Deucey though, man. This is big play.
Neither is Chad Scott.
Like, bro, you know that's like, whenever I do my flag, like the football camps we post about and stuff like that. Man, when it's time for the 7-on-7, we run Deucey. That's our 2-man. And it's named after Deucey because that's what we ran when we had Deucey. He was getting pixes and he's getting, you know what I'm saying? We like to dance. Get with it. All right. Oh man, it's Deucey. He gotta be top 5-ish. Top 6. Steelers, man. Come on, baby. Get through some love, man. Yeah, man.
Fish Momentum. He says they ain't ready. Steelers Super Bowl champs. Also says Moats and Deke, hope to see you Friday. Ambition. Got more stories for y'all soon.
2929. Let's go.
Hashtag be prepared.
Let's go.
Also says, let's hope the refs don't screw us on our Super Bowl tour.
Yeah.
I agree.
I like it. Whew. But do you like his in terms of going back to Cal's all-time Steeler list, corners?
It's a
you
weird
like his top
list.
5?
It's a weird
Who
list.
would your top 5 be?
I mean, yeah, 1, 2, Rod, Mel, however you want to do it. I think Ike. It's either Ike or, yeah, man, because we've done this before. I think I even had Hayden over Ike if we're going into like one game for your life. But Ike's probably the more like Steeler legacy corner that I would put at 3. Yeah. And then it's probably Hayden, Woodruff. Actually, that's what I mean. I mean, Carnell Lake should probably be 3 if you're just saying Steeler. Let's not focus on cornerback, safety, that type of stuff. Carnell Lake 3, Ike Taylor 4, Hayden, Woodruff for 5, and then the rest. Chad Scott, he was a little bit before my time. I heard that he was a little overrated. Willie Gay. I mean, you can have Willie Gay
It's
on the
big
list.
play, man. Come on, bro. It's big
mean,
play, man.
I think the whole like McFadden, Willie Gay, Deshae Townsend, maybe those could be like the bottom three because those guys were solid corners, but
and who had the
I don't think
cooler
any of them
nickname?
were elite at all.
But Ducey had the cool nickname, Big Play Will Gay. That's the cool.
Dude, McFadden was good though, man. When he was with the Steelers.
I know, he definitely was.
I'd probably put him over Gay actually.
B-Mac was definitely nice. You're absolutely right. B-Mac, I was just a sucker because I was out there when Deuce was getting the picks, and when Deucey broke the record, I was like, yo, that's our dude. That's my guy.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm biased. I can't help it. That's why I like Ike up here too. I'm like, yo, get Ike a little higher. If he could just catch the picks, man, it'd be different.
Yeah, I think the names on it aren't bad. It's
Yeah.
just the order. I'd shift around the order a little bit.
A couple names is missing though. I don't see no Artie Burns. I don't see my man Antoine. Shout out to Valentino. What about my man? Oh shoot, what was the corner? Tall cat, Cortez Allen. Yeah, he need to be up there too, man.
Ross Cockrell.
Yeah, man. Super Bowl champ Ross Cockrell too. Put some
I
respect
didn't
on
mind
him.
him, dude. You knew he was kind of coming from behind there. Like there was guys that had way more talent than him. He was a scrapper though. He just was. He was just making plays. You're like, oh wow, that was the ugliest coverage I've ever seen. But he was there, and they didn't complete the pass.
It stank with it, but he found a way, bro.
Yeah, I didn't mind him.
Yeah.
That was a weird time because we were just begging for something in the secondary.
We'd be like, yo, Ross, like, you're making plays out here. You find a way. But we was just like, yo, why you like he don't want no gloves, no tape, like that. He just never did anything to make himself look better either, like presentation wise. So just like, dude, you look like you right off the mannequin, bro. Like, oh, yeah. Just like, yo, when they showed it, oh, this is the Steelers uniform they're wearing today. It like he just took that right off and just put it on directly and went out there. It was like, yo, come on, man. Like, at least throw some tape on your wrist or something, bro. Like, yeah, put a little wrinkle in your sock, bro. Like, that was his game. Though. It still is. I watched him on in Tampa. I'm like, oh, he still has that game. Like, yeah. But that's my dude, man. Shout out to Ross, man. Heck of a dude right there.
I think that's it.
All right. Looks like it is, man. So, dude, this was fun, man. It was a good show. Definitely was, man. So, yeah. Guess we'll continue on, man, how we always do, man. But, either way, man, shout out to everybody that was with us today, rocking with us, man. Hope you all are ready for training camp to get started, man. The season is here now, baby. So let's have a little fun with it, man. But with that being said, man, shout out to each and every one of y'all. Stay safe, and until next time, baby.
Peace.